Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing the 8th Sea. This episode is going to be called Luca, because this is about the Wednesday group heading to the exoplanet Luca through the Vulcanoid Gate in order to do a score, because they want to do an exoplanet-based score, and I thought up of one for them to do. And
Which one will fuck us up the most?
No, Luca is like easy mode, all right? You need to, like,
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
50 times asteroids is Earth. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's still...
That's the easy mode, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the planet where they went? They got to the planet. They looked up in the sky. They saw a giant spaceship out orbiting their star, and they realized it's starting to come back because there's something even bigger that's chasing it. And they're like, "Oh shit! What the fuck? What should we do?" Yeah. Do you want to go to that planet?
Balls to the wall.
Yeah. So anyway, they're so in the last adventure, the 8th Sea took down the Night Cartel's last fortress, last bastion on Mars, a south polar habitat, and yeah,
Pretty penny doing it.
yeah. Of course we have it. Yeah, and so, but it drew a lot of publicity. A lot of people could notice it from space. This big ass structure being blown up. And yeah. Well, you all had to leave Mars for a while, so you will.
Darn hot.
Yep, you'll be able to come back, especially if you go through a gate, and not the Mars gate, but the Vulcanoid gate, which is on a asteroid orbiting Mercury, and you can go through there. And by the time you come back, nobody will be able to track you because that stuff's complicated. Thanks to Chaiu's Gatecrashing connections, he has found a planet that is shared by the Autonomists and the Hypercorps. The Vulcanoid Gate is on Mercury, is not held by the Planetary Consortium. It's actually held by this company called Genesis, which is actually more aligned with Venus than the Planetary Consortium is obviously the sort of faction that controls Mars and is the big Hypercorp faction. But they have their own corporate rivals on Venus, the Morningstar constellation or alliance. Well, anyways, so one of their companies, Genesis, sort of controls this gate, and so they don't give a shit about what happens on Mars. So that's good. And one of the planets they have access to is called Luca. And Luca is also accessible by the Fissure Gate, which is the gate held by the Autonomists on Oberon, which is one of the moons of Uranus on the other end of the solar system. So both the people of Genesis, because they aren't quite as hard-edged as the Planetary Consortium, are able to make a deal with the Autonomists, and they're all able to share this planet and live and work on it. And there is a city on this planet called Banshee, which you'll find out if you haven't read already.
16,000 people.
It has 16,000 people on the well, that 13,000 of them are in Banshee. Yeah, and there's 16,000 on the planet altogether, making it one of the most populated planets outside of the solar system. Because Gatecrashing, lots of planets, not as many people to go through them.
Not very happy.
Yeah. So essentially, you have been contacted by a group of autonomous xenoarchaeologists. These are who have a score to settle with another group of autonomous xenoarchaeologists because
jerks.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. And why is academia so intense? Because the stakes are so low, is the joke. And it's very much that. This is a more less serious, they call themselves the LFGRP Xenoarchaeology because they got started by looking for role players on various message boards decades ago. And then they somehow stumbled into xenoarchaeology.
Because Trekkies.
Basically.
Yeah, I can plot how that works.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, thanks to Chaiu's connection, they asked you, and they needed some people outsiders with no connections to them, to help them take over there is another group. Basically a autonomous researcher, Dr. Sumantra Faris, who has secretly found a dig site, a tomb, and is excavating it because he wants to make a big reveal after it's fully excavated and gain lots and lots and lots of reputation, become the most legendary xenoarchaeologist for decades. But he wants to do this all in secret And so he doesn't have to get any help from anybody. So it's taking him a long time to do it, but he's doing it in secret. But the LFG group found out about it. And of course, if they jump the claim, then they would, lose a lot of reputation. That'd be bad. But if they could make it look like Dr. Ferries was the one who stole their claim, he would be the one to lose lots of rep, and they would gain all the rep. And so, basically, and they're willing to basically pay you. So they get tons of reputation, which is kind of like rep currency for autonomous. It's complicated, but all you need to know is you'll get a ton of cryptocurrency from this. They'll pay you in Dogecoin when it's all done, because they have a lot of it and they don't really need it because they're autonomous. But before you do that, you have to get through the Vulcanoid Gate, which again is on an asteroid on Mercury. And the problem is, last year, a group of, no one knows what group, basically a bunch of Reaper morphs, the circular death bots, just appeared inside the complex and tried to bring a nuclear warhead to the gate itself. They were stopped, but,
not cool, man.
Not cool. So they've upped security a lot. And so the LFG group has gotten you fake IDs that would let you be on one of the resupply missions to Luca, but as essentially workers for the colony. But you would have to, in order to pay for it, you're going to have to smuggle some stuff. Now, there are some people, there's a lot of tensions between the hypercorporation people and the autonomous, socialist type people. And one of the hot topics is terraforming. And so because you came from Mars, you can get some Martian water bears, which are little microscopic organisms, and smuggle them through security somehow. And if you can do that and give them to these, because the climate of Luke is actually similar to Mars in a lot of ways, the Terrigenesis people would think that these would be really good for it. But of course, they're prohibited by their agreements to keep everybody nice and happy. But if they just mysteriously showed up somewhere, who could...
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? So in order to pay for your trip through the gate, without raising any bells and paying all the bribes, you're going to have to smuggle these microscopic organisms. So you can all of you are right now on the way. There is actually a resource. There is a sort of a small settlement habitat on the other side of the asteroid from the complex itself that is not super high security. So as we get, you did not forecast here. You actually took a ship here. So you've been, in a freighter for a while. Actually, we'll say a fast courier ship. So it only took you about, 2 months to get here. So I could look up travel times, but I'm not. Yeah. So
an appropriate number of time limits.
Yeah. So you, some time has passed, and you all rendezvous with the other part of your cartel at some point after you complete this mission, and they complete their mission, their score. So you can all do that. So that's a lot of backlog. So you're as we're starting on Vulcanoid itself, the Vulcanoid Terrigenesis habitat near the gate itself. You have your own morphs. Now all your equipment you can ask to see if it can pass through. Luca is a peaceful planet, so sidearms would be okay. But long arms, you would have to do something to get it in. And then of course you have the biological sample, which you do have a contact here. We'll say, their name is Nitro. Nitro is an AGI who is a covert agent for the Autonomous, sort of keeping an eye on here. But Nitro can provide advice if you can't figure out a way to do that. But you have some idea of gate security procedures. If you don't do anything, the biological sample is definitely going to be confiscated. Like you're not going to get through with that. So you're going to have to figure out a way to smuggle it in. A small
Ready to take one for the team?
So yeah, we have Des, we have Chaiu, we have Cadence, and we have Eleazar. And then you get your full mission briefing once you get past the gate and on the planet of Luca. In which case I'll give you more of a briefing about what Luca is like for our listeners who haven't read the Gatecrashing book. Because this is one of the ones in Gatecrashing. Page 105.
Gatecrasher. Well, I don't have a body. So am I Ghost Rider module? Or
if you want to be, yeah.
All right.
You can get bodies here.
I have GP. I just didn't want to have to spend it if I didn't want to.
Yeah. I mean,
didn't want to have to spend it.
One thing is, it's going to be a lot easier to get equipment.
We need to use that for something else.
It's going to be a lot easier to get equipment here than it is going to be in Banshee. And once you get outside of Banshee, it's going to be very hard to get gear or to call in favors.
Right. We can't just get the stuff airdropped to us.
Who's going to airdrop it to you?
You're the GM. Figure it out.
I did figure out.
Suspicion rating.
It's going to be no one. No one is going to airdrop you things out there. That's my answer.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but if you bring it with you, maybe you can arrange for someone to airdrop it to you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Aren't pennies like really rare in this universe?
Yeah, we'll have to deal. I haven't figured out how I'm going to adjudicate the.
There you go. What is that? What does that get?
Yeah,
us?
make it. Yeah, get you nothing. So
bottle caps.
Yeah, sign up to be a patron at RPPR.com, at patreon.com/RPPR. Then we'll talk. So, yeah, but you fully heal. You have all your moxie, or all your pools are back. Your bodies are fully healed. Cadence would have time to deal with any stress. If you want to make psychosurgery checks, does anybody?
I think we did that last game.
Yeah,
all right.
We decided that we were doing that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll just say you can heal
2
that.
months.
I'm not going
Okay.
to make you roll for that.
Okay. Cool.
Because like I had 2.
Because you had also 2 months to sit in a fucking ship.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, we're probably going to need psychosurgery not to go stir crazy.
No, they have simul space on ships. You can just fucking, You'd also do not time accelerator, time slowdown to where like it feels like an hour and then 2 months pass. So yeah.
So no like musical number of having cabin fever.
No, they don't want ships have to go for years in deep space. They figure out solutions to deal with that shit. Otherwise, there wouldn't have spacefaring culture. They would have spaceships. I
figure that's why, if we're on there for 2 months, that's why I've got the moderate suspicion rating. I'm probably going through.
Yeah, you had a lot of time to message out.
Doing
shit.
a lot of my side shit.
Yeah, you all had access to the mesh. You could have sent messages back to Mars. Who knows what you're up to. You weren't there physically, but you could do a lot of shit over the long range communication networks. So who knows? So yeah, how do you want to? You can make skill checks to try and get ideas. For example, security ops.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Crit success.
Okay. You actually know of a way to do this. They won't check if it's in your bloodstream. So
that's what I said, Dan.
I don't know how water bears in the blood is going to work out.
Well, that's the thing. If you had somebody who's good at engineering,
services?
medical services, you could engineer nanobots that could hold the water bears individually and just have a little nanoswarm in your
Or
bloodstream.
would that be robotics?
It would be both.
I have medical services and robotics.
Well, you
Oh,
can
you
make
got
both skill
this.
checks then.
All right, well, medical services.
This isn't even the first time smuggling things in your bloodstream has come up.
Nope.
On RPPR. How can you flip it?
Can't flip it.
Okay. Make your robotics check.
What's your robotics?
If I had
0.
No, I was asking.
my robotics is 60.
Oh,
Okay.
then, yeah.
Yeah, I made that one, and it's superior.
Okay, so you got the nanobot part of it. You can get a payload on there, but you don't know how to keep the water bears alive. So without
But industrial kind of goes since it's like
no, you need a biological component. So you need to call in favors or ask Nitro for help.
Oh, we are going to the autonomous. I could call in a minor favor or
Depends on what you're asking.
how can we do this thing that she just failed at?
Okay, that would be a moderate favor then, because it's information also like discretion.
I do not know how to. Oh shit! Wait a minute. It's moderate.
Yeah,
that's -10.
Mm-hmm.
Then no.
No moderate. Yeah,
It's
no.
right on.
Yeah, it's right on.
Then I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Like right on. That was
Okay.
a double superior.
They give you a solution to keep the water bears alive. The problem is that it's going to be basically making millions of little life support tanks for water bears. The problem is you're going to have to hook them into his basically do some surgery to graft them to someone's bones, and then they're going to be using his body as life support.
Oh my goodness.
This was and that was a double superior. That's wow. Okay.
Yeah, it'll work, and it won't be detected. It's just
Gonna hurt like a bitch.
yeah, no, it's not going to be
You
great.
got this, Wolverine.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to. It's someone with a biological body is gonna have to do it, which is either you or you.
So it's not me.
Yeah. Or I guess one of you could like get a splicer morph and then put your fucking muse to pilot it. Yes, I am. But then it might be like, are you a person? It's like, yes, I am definitely not software piloting a meat body.
To be fair, if I actually did that, I would say that in character.
Yeah, no.
But I have a really good persuade.
Yeah. So, which of you wants to do that, and who's going to do the surgery? I mean, medical services, obviously.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yep.
What's your medical services rating?
50.
Okay.
I mean, I have natural healing, so I'll probably recover from this. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
If not, I can always psychosurgery you to forget.
That raises her suspicion rating now.
See, Renee's getting Eclipse face.
There you go.
You're really thinking in Eclipse face now. Just make her forget.
The fuck?
Just after we get like down, we have to.
I mean, isn't that what, like, there's, like, some pretty, like, major, knockout drug, but that's essentially what it does. Like, you don't actually get knocked out. You just don't remember.
The opposite of murder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so am I doing medical services?
Yeah.
You're the only one I think that's got it that high.
All right.
You could call a favor to get
I
somebody.
mean, I have lots of pools.
Can
to
I
flip
roll
things.
paramedic to assist?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right. Just missed it.
Can you flip it?
No.
Okay.
It'll make it worse.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess I can't roll paramedic to assist.
Wait a
All
minute.
right, Winston.
Are we gonna?
Actually, I would say you can because you could fork yourself into a medical robot and assist, but you'd have to take a stress test because like
Ooh.
that's fucking. Oh man.
What about? I mean, we're gonna have to put him in some kind of like, I don't know, something that'll involve like industrial engineering or hardware. Like, can I make that roll?
No.
You definitely don't.
I'm trying.
I know.
am not a robot.
This is actually one of the few times industrial.
No,
not one.
industrial's like for life support and stuff. So.
No, this is like cybernetic.
Do we need to keep him like sedated?
Yeah, that's
Out?
medical. That's medicine. It's literally not hardware.
I'm going to become a living water bear tank.
Yep.
You got this, man.
So, are you going to do that?
So what do I need to do for this?
You'll make a stress test.
So
and,
which
Oh
stress?
god.
will times 3.
Nope. Actually, I can flip it. I won't flip it.
Okay. Yeah. You fork your consciousness into a
That's
medical
fucked
robot. I'll say you could just easily afford to rent one, as you have a private room and like that kind of thing. So you're doing this basically in your space hotel, by the way, like on this rock in 0G, by the way.
It's better that way.
Yeah, no, it's microgravity. It's fine.
Digital popcorn.
It's more
Yeah.
sterile.
And now, what medical skill do you have?
Paramedic.
Give me a paramedic check.
Superior is 33 and above, right?
Mhm.
That is a superior success then.
Okay. Get a plus 20.
Plus 20?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
He's really incentivized to make the surgery work.
Can't imagine why.
I made it.
All right.
That is a superior.
Cool.
It's almost a crit.
Yeah. All right. So you get back in your consciousness. It was a simple procedure. You were unconscious, so it was fine. You just a slight very out of body experience, not slight.
Literally out of body.
Yeah, very out of body. And where are you putting these physically? Where are you grafting these on his skeletal system?
His arms.
Which arm?
Oh, there's
Beautiful.
just
One of
one
them.
arm?
is just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his-
Which arm do you prefer?
Probably the arm that's got my gun attachment on it.
That arm.
That's probably why we chose it, because it already had some work done.
All right, yeah, easier to conceal. All right, so what arm is that? Your left or your right arm?
Left, because I am right-handed.
Your left arm itches from inside, and that feeling never goes away.
Oh god.
It's just
Until I get psychosurgery to forget.
no. Then
No,
you
it's
just,
still there, but you don't
yeah.
know
The
why.
sensation will actually. She could remove the ability to sense itching.
But only on like that arm? No, it'll be for your whole body.
Yeah, no, like that's how it works. Or maybe she can make you forget you have a left arm. Like,
That seems
It's
way
like-
worse.
it's like, oh, fuck!
What is this thing?
It's the opposite.
no,
of
it'd be like
pain.
it wouldn't he wouldn't register it to be there. Like, yeah, no, they just hold up your limp left arm. It's like you're not holding up anything. What are you doing?
It's
Like,
the opposite of phantom pain.
yeah, exactly.
You have an arm, but you don't know it.
Exactly. So,
Oh god, that's awesome.
yeah, you could do that. You figure you just need to get through that gate real fast and like get this shit out of you. But yeah, you did it. So is anybody else? Any long arms you have are gonna not get through the gate unless you do something. Does anybody have any rifles or anything like that
I
that
would
they
like
want
my
to try?
rifle to be
Oh yeah, your pistol's definitely not gonna go because that has explosives.
Ah, shit. All right.
So you could either remove the underbarrel
A
thing.
medium pistol firearm?
That's fine.
Okay.
Self-defense weapons are fine.
I'm fine then.
So pistols and submachine guns are fine, but anything else would be confiscated. Also, special types of ammo for
How is
anything
my rail battle rifle not a self-defense weapon?
because it's not. Because if you can shoot somebody from across, like, from a mile away, which you can do with these, space rifles, no, it's not really self-defense, isn't it? If he's, like, in another county.
It is if he has one as well.
Then you're just in a war. And they're hoping that Luca doesn't degenerate into that, like so many other exoplanets.
I mean, the capitalists are already here, man.
They're trying, man. They're trying to be peaceful. So, yeah. So you can smuggle it, but you have to do skill checks in order to smuggle it.
Since I've got
I'm
the
trying
chameleon upgrade on my armor, I'm just going to say I've got a chameleonized pocket
Okay.
and just do an infiltrate check
Okay, yeah.
with it.
That'll be live. You'll have to make, if you fail, then they catch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can do that. What are you trying to smuggle in that? Your pistol?
The bigger pistol.
Okay,
The smaller one is already concealable, but no one's going to argue that one anyways because it's a little holdout. So it's definitely a personal defense.
So you can do that for the pistol itself, but the explosives will have a chemical signature unless you seal them in something.
Okay.
So your chameleon...
it.
Yeah. You could put them in the robots, or you could put them in cargo and then try and smuggle it, get to it later, or someone else's cargo or something like that. Or you could deconstruct them and then try and reassemble them. But the explosives would be harder to pass through. They do have explosive detectors. Or you could just the autonomous would have blueprints to fabricate those that ammunition there, so you could just have them manufacture ammo for you.
That's probably what I'll do. That sounds a lot simpler, just calling it a favor.
All right. Yep.
So how do I get my rifle through the checkpoint?
Yep, that's a good question. This is where the hardware skills, where industrial could come in to build something and make a concealed compartment for it.
I'll try.
Okay.
A guitar case.
Essentially. I mean, you
We're now mariachi band.
What's in the guitar case? My guitar?
13 out of 60.
Okay. So you fabricate basically a cargo container that all your miscellaneous gear is going to go into, and you disassemble the rifle so that it becomes the walls of the cargo container. So like custom built hidden panels and shit like that, and built it. Yeah. So you want to upgrade that to a superior success?
I should.
Yep. So you do that, and you think, oh well, what if they X-ray it? Well, let me just move things around so it looks like a weird, like there's a bunch of technical gear in here, and we'll buy some extra sensors and shit like that. So it's just a mess of schematics and shit like that, so they won't be able to read it.
I wish that was the roll. Damn.
Yeah. So anybody else want to try and smuggle anything else in? All right. So you get on through. So you all go through the Vulcanoid Gate. Give me your infiltration check.
Crit success.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you probably could have gotten the ammo in with that. So.
Try not to scratch my arm.
Yeah.
Scratch my arm.
Basically. So you've been through gates before, so you don't have to make a will save. But the rest of you, this is the first time you've actually seen a gate, Pandora Gate. Now, Pandora Gates, no one knows what built them. Some people think the Titans built them. Some people say something else before the Titans. The Titans were just the ones to find them. Who knows? It wasn't built by humans or anything even close to humans. They're made of this weird shimmering material that your eyes cannot focus on, whether they are human or robotic. There's an odd sound. it vibrates at a weird frequency. Everything about it makes you nauseous and uneasy.
So we get bad vibes from that as well as each other.
Yeah. In fact, all three of you need to give me a will times 3.
Oh, I might have failed.
I failed.
Yep, that's a failure. I'm going to flip it. You know what?
Just a 1?
Screw
Yeah,
it.
you succeed.
I'm flipping that.
Okay.
I rolled a 1, so I succeeded.
I can't flip mine, so what happens to me?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, I know in general, but I don't remember the exact amount you lose if you fail. Because you do take some lucidity damage, because, yeah, this shit is unnatural. And when you fail, you start thinking about stories of... here it is.
It's a little more intense than just a series of blue rings that are shaped in a series.
It's actually
of tubes.
4 for you.
Ooh.
It's for stress?
Yep.
I'm glad I flipped that shit.
They also glow. Yeah, they are invisible to most electromagnetic frequencies. They can be spotted in the visual spectrum. They also glow in ultraviolet, and they hum in infra and ultrasonic frequencies. Yeah, you start thinking about all these stories you've heard of what if no one actually makes it through a Pandora Gate and they're just replaced with an exact duplicate with a secret, evil, sinister agenda?
The prestige.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. So that goes through
I
your
was
head.
already thinking of that earlier.
And this is a very busy gate with they have to
Maybe
meet
that's
lots of
how it
things.
be.
So they open it up and you just have to run through it with your gear. They have actually it's actually almost like a catapult on an aircraft hangar. You're just kind of thrown through it as they just load you in, and you go through there. You are all nauseous. You're used to it, of course, but you find yourself in another gate room on the other side of. Well, they aren't sure exactly where Luca is. They think it's on near the galactic core, possibly the farthest exoplanet ever discovered by transhumans. But the sky is so different that there's been no commonalities discovered yet. So, yeah. Congratulations. You've made it to Luca. So you are quickly found by Callista, who is going to be your contact for this mission. You are taken from the gate facility on a shuttle to Banshee, where you are going to be given a day to acclimate, and then they'll get into that. So the first day they just give you quarters and tell you, here's your new identities. Don't worry about your old identities. But you, of course, will need to operate on you real quick. Do you want to have your friend do it, or do you want me to do it?
I would like for my arm to stop itching, please. Someone
Okay.
Get the itching out.
I mean, I can. Wait, surgery? Oh, yeah, of course, surgery. Yeah, that makes sense. So do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
Didn't even realize it was surgery.
Yeah.
Do you have medical skills?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
I'll do it.
I can get a skill soft. Yeah, I can get a skill soft for surgery. Surgeon simulator. It's fine.
No.
I'll
that's
do
not
it.
fine.
I'll do it.
Okay. So, yeah, go and make your roll.
Oh.
It's not good, guys.
Is it a critical failure?
Yeah, it is.
You can negate that to a regular failure.
All right.
Oh, this arm is, yeah.
What?
Don't worry about me.
It's
I'm
insider
harmless.
flex.
It's okay. It's okay.
Inside.
Psychosurgery for him to forget.
All right, so it doesn't go well. And you take a wound. Whatever gives you a wound is how much damage you take. So your arm is fucked up.
Sorry.
Or you could,
Hey, guy.
well, actually, are you focused on extracting them no matter what? Just get it over with? Or are you going to be in which case that's what happens? Or are you going to be so tentative that you don't want to try at all? Or you just make a few cuts and realize you can't do it yet. You need better tools or something.
Which would you prefer?
You are the one
I
operating
feel
on
like
me.
Cadence would be more focused on just getting them out.
All right. Yeah.
Like-
No.
Perhaps she is too hasty.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
But-
exactly what happens. It's going to take your arm a couple days to heal, and you're going to have a wound as your gun arm is fucked up. And I'll say as a
My
penalty,
gun-mounted arm.
your gun-mounted arm. Yeah, in fact, the gun mount is broken until the wound heals. So, yeah.
I guess I can't use a battle rifle either.
Well, you can get the battle. Well, you could try with it one-handed. Yeah. So -10 on all actions.
Were you able to bring your?
But the
diamond axe?
water bears made it, so
That's good.
Yeah, and
That's what I didn't want the water bears to die if I went more delicately. And I felt like that's where this was headed.
so Callista gives you basically, you take the shuttle from the gate facility to Banshee itself, which is not too far away, but Banshee is on what they call the Howling Plain, and there's strong winds on Luca, and there are trees that make a howling sound when the wind goes through them, and Banshee, it's just loud. There's just howling and frequent, just nonstop. A lot of the city is underground, though, and you, in fact, are taken to an underground warren where they have the Sojourner's Inn, essentially a warren complex / inn for travelers, for new arrivals, and you're just basically given a rocky room with some bare amenities and given 24 hours before Callista will come take you to the off-site for the mission briefing. But you have time to acclimate, to rest. I think you'll be able
time to psychosurgery me for some stress.
Yeah.
How much does 4 reduce me?
What's your trauma threshold? Your TT?
6.
So you haven't taken a trauma yet. So
oh, okay. All right, cool.
So yeah.
But you're only 2
Do I
away.
have time to psychosurgery him?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Do you want? Okay. Yep, 43.
All right, roll a d6.
Hey, at least the itch is gone.
That was just
4.
a dull throbbing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's all of them.
So that'll take your day. But yeah, are either you two going to be doing that? Yeah, so that's both of your days, basically. Doing that.
I mean, paramedicing my arm.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Changing bandages,
Mhm.
trying to make sure I heal remotely, not terribly.
It's a 6, Dan.
That's an ot 6.
Okay. So you heal the damage, but you still have the wound. So it'll take another 24 hours to heal the wound.
So I healed the damage, but I still have the wound.
Yep.
Is the gun
Yep.
still inoperable?
Mhm.
Yep.
So, to give you all a little
Digital
perspective
bandage.
on Luca itself, it is
Lollipop.
considered to have a sort of Martian-like environment, atmosphere. It has an atmosphere. It actually has wildlife. It's actually warmer than Mars. There are complex hive insects called ox, OCTS. There's also bog life and plants. Apparently, they're not poisonous. So you can actually just grab them and throw them into a maker to make real food. It has the same kind of molecular structure, so like you can make it into real food. Doesn't provide on its own, doesn't taste terrible and doesn't provide any nutrients, but you won't die from it. What's notable about Luca, and of course it does get a lot of asteroid strikes, 50 times that of Earth.
That's right.
That's still not a lot. How many times have asteroids struck Earth?
Well, I mean, the one thing that you do know is that about
Just
a million.
the ones we know of.
Yeah. About 1 million years ago, an asteroid big enough to wipe out an intelligent species hit and wiped out the intelligent species there. The Lucans were an alien species that were aardvark-like-ish in appearance, but with 6 limbs. They walked on the fore and hind limbs and had their middle limbs were slender and 7 fingers each and used to manipulate tools. They walked on their fore and hind legs, but they could rear up and use their leg. Yeah, but actually, no, they would just stay on the forelegs and just use their middle arms to use tools and things. But they had a medieval level of technology. They had spring-loaded crossbows and other complex devices, and not much else is known about their culture. They had a written language. They had structures. They had buildings. And then they were all wiped out by a giant asteroid. So nobody knows what happens.
What we find is that it's actually a giant asteroid.
Okay.
There was a robot that showed up.
Oh, I see. And what happened? So what's happening now is that there's a lot of xenoarchaeology because there was an entire alien civilization here and lots of things to dig up. But not too long ago, some people found a frozen settlement. So people who had, up in the mountains and hit by an avalanche. And so biological samples were found. And now there's an intense debate about whether and how this species should be resurrected. Should we raise them as transhumans? Should we try to recreate what we know of their culture and leave them alone? Or should we try and have some middle ground between that? And so that's sort of
new morph.
Yeah, exactly. There are people just give me that sweet xenobiology and so I can make a new flesh suit out of it. And of course, there's a lot of people studying the ox, these hive insects, which are extremely complex. And some people think the reason why the Lucans became so intelligent is because they had to deal with these complex hive insects that they, preyed upon that would fucking swarm and kill them if they weren't, clever at fighting back. So, it's a very fascinating planet, very peaceful. Again, 16,000 people here, 13,000 of them here in Banshee. And you're going to be taken out of the city, though, out into the boonies for your mission, whatever that is. And, so you two are doing psychosurgery, but you two are fine. You bandage. That doesn't take up your entire 24 hours. Do you want to do anything else? And Des, do you want to do anything? There is a mesh network.
I'll be on the mesh, and I'm
okay, so you get that information.
Be looking that stuff up.
Yeah. There's a lot of
passing along what I think is important to the others.
This habitat is co-run between Autonomous and the Hypercorps. So there's some friction there, a lot of discourse. But people here are mostly researchers and scientists and explorers, not, political pundit types. So they try to get along because if something goes wrong, they're going to have to rely on each other. So you talk about that. And, Chaiu, did you want to do anything? Okay.
What's I guess outside of that most recent big discovery, is there anything happening with the Gatecrashers that are coming through? What are they looking for?
You can make some skill checks. If you could just... Let's see here. Do you have any knowledge skills related to the
Gatecrashing and xenoarchaeology?
Well, there you go.
Behold.
We are in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, we are in his wheelhouse.
That is a double superior success in either.
Okay. So, obviously there is a lot of interest on the ox species, the insects, trying to understand their xenobiology and their complexity. There has been more of a push to map out the rest of the planet. Sort of the first couple of years, they've been focused on the immediate region, everything around Banshee City, because, that's where your support is, that's where the gate is. But people have been taking shuttles and aircraft out to the further ends of the planet, trying to find how far out the Lucans were spread out. And people want to be the next people to find a payload of, biological data, i.e. another group of intact Lucan bodies, because that's actually the Hypercorp people in particular. Well, actually, on both sides, there's an intense desire to get because the original bodies are all locked up by one group, and they have not released that genetic data to be used in morphs. So nobody's been able to make a Lucan morph yet because they haven't allowed anybody to have access to that who would want to do that. So there are autonomous who, the Mercurials who just want to make the weirdest ass morphs they can get, and just so they can experience being like a Lucan. And then there's people want to resurrect the species, and and there's people who just want to bring it to new markets. Like this would be the new fad if it was.
No, is it possible that the bodies being frozen, would they still have neurological data?
You don't know. It's kept under pretty tight wraps. They've only released so far the basic information about what their senses were like, what they that kind of thing. So, your guess is no. I mean, it has been over 1 million years. So these are pretty
so even if we
ice. Those icemen that they find out that look more like beef jerky than anything else. Yeah, they're kind of like that. So.
Okay. So even if we could resurrect their bodies, it's not like we could truly resurrect their culture.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is they made some progress in translating the written language that they found. Some nouns have been identified and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a pretty basic understanding. Like, could you replicate that culture so that if you resurrected them, would they, like, how would you do that? How would you resurrect a dead species? Yeah. So yeah, a lot. That's sort of where the hot debate is. But you can get in on that if you had some leverage. You know, you could be the next big mover or shaker, either with the autonomous or with the hypercorpse in xenoarchaeology or any number of things with that. It's very valuable. So
there you go.
But yeah. So you get that information. Do you want to access it? Or so that takes you not too long. Is you want to go talk to anybody, try and get more materials or weapons or anything?
Mostly just, you know. So was the atmosphere destroyed by the?
No, there's still an atmosphere. Like there's.
Well,
still...
no, like so. Is this the atmospheres that the Lucans thrived in?
Did the climate change?
No, it did change. It did get colder. Like it was like a nuclear winter that froze.
Yeah.
So, they starved.
Okay, then but the Ox are still thriving in this.
They survived it. Yeah.
Yeah. So who has the
roaches?
Yeah, I mean that's the excellent thing. Is like, I mean, both sides have taken samples of Ox and like taken them back out through Gate, so that's not as valuable. Like, there's only been one intact group of Lucans found.
Do Ox pollinate?
No, they're more like ants than anything else. So like, egg laying.
So what does pollinate the plants? How do the plants thrive?
It's more. They pollinate the wind, like it's very strong. And there's a lot of fungus too.
Fungus, eh?
Yep, bog fungus.
Bog fungus, eh?
Yep.
I love that bog fungus.
What would it take to smuggle some bog fungus out?
That would be easier to do. That wouldn't be necessarily, especially leaving with it. Like, the real security was getting through the gate the first time with contraband, because they want to make sure you weren't carrying like some bio WMD, or something like that, or something that would piss off the autonomous and cause a major incident, which you did do, but no one found out about it yet, so you're fine. So if you want to set up a side scam, yeah, you could look for that. Look for opportunities.
No, I would just like to get some samples of some plant or animal life that can survive this type of condition.
Okay, sure.
That's mostly what I'm looking for.
Actually, you could just do that yourself. You could actually just go out into the wild, rent a shuttle, and go out for a couple hours, grab some stuff, and come back.
Yep. Let's do that.
All right, anybody going to go with? Well, you two. I'll say you could delay this long enough that you could join them.
You don't need to. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't know that I have anything that would be very helpful to that.
Okay. So, Chaiu, you go out. The shuttle autopilot is like, "Hello. I would, for safety regulation, I would like it is not recommended you go out alone, but it's your ship. You have rented it for this time period."
Yes, I have.
So it sounded to me you would like to collect biological samples.
Yes.
Very well. There are 3 prime sites. He shows you 3. There is the field of there's a copse of trees with grass that is very easy to reach. There's also farther away. The best least picked area is, of course, farthest away. That is near an active volcano.
Interesting. 2 extremes.
And then there is one sort of between the 2 regions, which has been seen some. In fact, there are some pickers there now. There's always biologists taking samples.
Let's try the volcano region because
it's
an extremely cold planet and volcanoes are extremely hot.
Yep, that's one of the reasons why there is life. There's a lot of geothermal life and activity. So give me just a simple perception check, I guess. Or what is it? Is it perception in this game?
Perceive.
Perceive,
yeah. Perceive.
Keep going between different percentages.
That is superior success.
Okay. So you find... do you have any biology skills?
Just gatecrashing. So being able to identify like what is healthy to interact with and what is not. Or survival.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
8.
Okay.
If I flip that to a precise 80, would that be awesome? Because that's my skill.
Oh, you sure? You can. Yeah.
All right, I'll do
All
that.
Right. So you get multiple biological samples, bog fungus and grass and other things. Very valuable. You could actually, So now you also realize you can actually give these to Autonomous and have them send it through the Fissure Gate if you wanted to. If you wanted to cash in reputation or have them store it with you. That way the Vulcanoid Gate people wouldn't recognize it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you get those. All right, that's how you all spend your first day. It was pretty chill.
Yeah.
So Callista comes and gets you on the dock. She takes you to a larger vessel, obviously a longer range one. We're going to be going halfway around the planet. So the site we're going to, the nearest help is 8 hours away if they fly fast. So y'all ready?
Sure.
Hooray.
Awesome.
Reassemble rifle.
Yep. You can do that on the way. So we'll do the mission briefing on the way. Hi, I'm Callista. I'm with the LFG RP.
Oh, yeah. Don't I need to roll for ammo?
Oh, yeah. You can give me a favor. That'd be the easiest way to do that.
All right.
Which group do you want to use?
Probably G.
There's
legal shit.
There's corporations, there's criminals.
Critical success.
Nice.
Yep. There's a guy you know. Who is he?
I've got them all.
Yeah. Hello, stranger. What are you buying?
Oh. Pickle P is his name.
Pickle Pete or Pickle P?
Pickle P.
Pickle P.
Yeah.
All right. What does Pickle P sound like? Give me that.
Exactly like that.
Kind of a high-end
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Pickle P. Yeah. Hi, Eleazar. I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
You that you'd been erased.
And I've heard you ran as far away as you could to play dead from me. So.
Yeah. Well, you can't claim about it here.
Nope. No, I can't.
I'm in the autonomous side of this.
But I could smash a stack in.
Well, that would be wrong.
It would be wrong.
You'd get in trouble. And I have a backup.
Debatable.
You didn't come all the way to do that.
I didn't, actually. I need some XJ7 series micro missiles for my Seeker.
Well, I do have that blueprint.
Okay.
I could print some up for you. But if I do this, you're not going to look for me anymore.
Nope. I'm not.
Okay. All right. You owe me for raw materials, but I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. So Pickle P does that.
All right, cool.
You get it before you leave, so you have plot ammo as long as you're not, I'm going to fire hundreds of missiles until I punch a hole through the mountain.
Yeah, it's a single shot thing, so I wouldn't even get away with that by rules anyways. All right, cool. So, back to the ship.
Cool. So, you all head in the ship, and once you get in the air, Callista puts it on autopilot. It just tells not really put it on autopilot, it just tells the plane to take over. The AI takes over for it. And so, we've been having this feud over the last couple of years with Dr. Fares, and he's a jerk. He's very arrogant. He thinks of all anything that isn't serious work. If you work, that's all it is. That's all that being autonomous is. He doesn't even know how to have fun, and he's called us unserious, and all of our research is worthless because we like to have fun every once in a while. So we want to take his claim.
That's my kind of pettiness.
So, because of all of our mutual friends, we have two ways of doing it. And I don't know, two ways that I thought of doing it, but you're the expert, so I'm real excited to be working with you. However you want to do it, I'd be happy to do it. So the first way, if you're really sneaky or whatever, and you think you can get in, you can plant in beacons that we've made that would look like, that are wrecked, that looks like, we planted these beacons here to claim it as our stake, and then Dr. Fares, that bully, he just came in and knocked him down and intimidated us and scared us off with his armed robots. And so, of course, we would have to wait. They have to stay there for a couple days as we called in an adjudicator to, evaluate our claim. And we were kind of thinking, so they'd have to be really well hidden because he's going to get real suspicious because we have to make the claim publicly. We have to let him know that we're making this claim. We have to give him a chance to leave first and all this other stuff. We have to work the system, as it were. So he's going to probably figure out what our plan is, and he has to be able to search the camp and not find it at all. So the second plan is we just kill him and anybody else there, and then we dig up their stacks. We have a really good psychosurgeon. We can alter his memories to make him think that he died in a rock slide. We can fake everything to make it look like a rock slide, and then we plant the beacons there. He's like, "Oh, look, we staked this place as dangerous, subject to rock slides. And look at this guy; he went in by himself, and oh no, it's sad, and he wouldn't know any different." Because he'd be like, those would be his memories.
Oh, Inception. I like it.
So
I like Plan B.
We're really isolated from anywhere. We can jam his signals to make sure if he's attacked, he wouldn't be able to get out unless he has a quantum entangled communicator, because those can't be, intercepted.
Yeah, I can't futz with them.
Yeah. So maybe find out if he has one of those. I don't think he does, but who knows? Mm-hmm. But those are our two things. I'm happy to explain to you how the whole claim thing system works. If you can think of another con or another way to get it, how do you want to do this?
Well, what do we think, people? I mean, I love this Inception idea. That sounds fun as hell. But
and it's the direct approach.
It is.
Psychosurgeon.
I mean,
I could try. My psychosurgery is good.
I think it bends to our skill sets pretty well. Let's go for it.
Awesome. We first have to figure out that he doesn't have one of those quantum entangle thingamajigs.
All right, well.
You want me to?
Yeah. You're real good at breaking into stuff. Yeah.
Well, you can't infosec now. You're not in range.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So, she gives you what they...
I was thinking research just to learn about who the guy is. And
yeah. You can all do that.
Cool.
We can all do that?
Sure. You still have mesh on the plane.
Yep. 41 out of 60, so that's
hack his Amazon Prime account and see if he had one shipped.
It's not a critical, it's just not a...
Okay. So those of you succeed. Dr. Sumantra Ferries is a respected Argonaut researcher. He's an autonomous scientist who spends his life doing science for the sake of pure science. He used to be an academic on Old Earth before the fall. After the fall, he became more, denounced the corporate system and became a pure autonomist. And since then, he's made an important number of discoveries. You can also find that he has many critics and deriders who call him an egomaniac. And there are some links that he has connections to a shadowy group called the Medians, which are the armed paramilitary group of the Argonauts, which you would think scientists would need a paramilitary group, but these are weird times.
Umbrella Corp.
Well, they're not corporate at all. They believe in releasing all science to the public, and they're autonomous. So yeah.
But at the same time, though, sometimes science kills people.
Yeah.
Violently, and you have to violence back at the science.
The Titanium Covenant does have little science police, so yeah.
How's that arm feeling?
Actually, it will be fully healed by the time you get back, now that I think about it.
I was just trying to play off the whole science paper.
Yeah. So
the wound is gone now?
Yeah. At this point, yeah. I can't think of why. You could just wait until it healed up anyway. Like, you have as much time as you need to do this. So you realize that, well, this is, judging from their scans of it, this is not like an armed military camp. This is not a Median installation or anything. But he might have a quantum entangled communicator to, in case he gets attacked or something like that, to warn the Medians, they might have backup on planet somewhere. So that is possible. So you know what quantum entangled communicators look like. You'd be able to identify one if you saw one. So if you search the camp, you could find it. And then he'd be totally cut off. And then you could just,
murder him.
Yeah, murder him. And rewrite his memories. It's not like a real death. It's fun. Yeah. So, that's, they show you, so yeah, with that research, you figure he probably does have a quantum entangled communicator.
This guy does research and then just as an Argonaut just...
He's actually more of a biologist, too, which is not he has started
He freely shares everything, right? So, like, he would be a philanthropist?
No, he's not corporate at all. He's autonomous. They're a post-security society. They don't believe in money. So, it's all reputation. But the Argonauts are their own thing. So, you think... he might be researching xenobiology as ways to protect humanity from other X threats, or to understand what happened to this species, why it went extinct, make sure it doesn't happen to humans.
Big rock hit bigger rock.
What I'm just trying to get at is he doesn't seem like a bad guy. So,
like I said, he has a lot of personal critics who describe him as an egomaniac, and there are some people who have said his work is not as substantial as others. You know, there is some
fault derivative, really,
criticism to the validity of his work.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. You can't. I mean, you don't really know. You'd have to evaluate your work yourself.
Essentially, is he a pompous enough asshole that would want to have a quantum entangled communication device to talk about how great his work is?
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing. To find out what his work is, you can find out what he's really up to. Because, yeah, the Argonauts, there are plenty of conspiracy theories or people speculating about what their real agenda is. You know, their typical thing, most people know them as like the guys who release new cures for new diseases and new improvements for everybody. They release them for free, so everyone gets them. But who knows what they're really after? You know. So, yeah. But Callista will set the plane off, you know, a ways away so that he has no chance of detecting it. He doesn't exactly have a massive radar installation. If you don't directly fly over him, he's not going to hear it. So you can get about 10 kilometers away and he wouldn't detect it. And then you can just sneak up on him and do whatever you want. But they do have drone and satellite footage of the camp. They have set up some video cameras, some little squish bots. Surveillance bots around the area. They're camouflage that have they're watching it night and day. So you tap into that footage. You can get a live feed of it. It looks like it's him and a bunch of bots. You don't see any other people in recognizable biomorphs, synthmorphs, or podmorphs. But there is like a prefabbed, like large structure, which is obviously his living quarters and lab. And then there are several like. There's another structure that houses a power plant, and there are three structures. One is his living quarters / lab. One is the power plant, and one is the fabricator, where they make materials and shit like that. And there's robots all milling about. So the dig, it's on the side of a mountain, sort of near the base of a mountain, and he's digging into it. This is the southern region of the planet. It's colder than around Banshee, so. Think like Scandinavia, you know, cold, but not as cold as the Martian Arctic. So, yeah. You could get, with the bots, you could then use them to get and connect to his mesh and try and hack into it. Mm-hmm. You could build your own bots. The plane does have a small fabricator, so it can build small surveillance bots and that kind of thing. The rest of the Callista is your only point of contact with the LFG RP Xeno Archaeology Collective, but she can contact the other members of her collective if you need help for something else, because they all really want to get him. They really want to see the look on his face when he gets murdered and wakes up thinking he died of a rock slide. That's hilarious.
I mean, it is a little funny.
It is pretty funny. You reassemble the battle rifle, no problem. So, yeah. What are you thinking?
I mean, it seems almost too easy. It's just him and the bots, so...
we could do a little reconnoitering.
They're murder bots.
I mean,
none of the bots. Well, there is one large mining bot that is, I think it's called Dwarf in the book, but it's sort of an ironic name. So it's like a giant industrial, like dig a hole through a tunnel.
That's Dwarf.
Yeah. So you that would, if he gets inside of that thing, it might have a pilot's compartment in there, and if he's inside of that, that's like a tank. You're not going to be able to cut that open.
So we need to spoof his security camera footage.
Or you could hijack the Dwarf.
Yeah, and then we need to prioritize shutting down the dwarf. I think the rest of it shouldn't be.
I think Dutch will pot the dwarf. Upload himself into it.
I'm game if he is.
And then
Not going to be able
robots.
to do much with it.
You can smush robots.
Yeah,
You
keep
could.
him out of it.
No melee.
You could. Well, it would have built-in like controls. You could just you could take it over and then just tell it what to do.
Go stomp things.
It would use it as its own skill. So yeah, it'd build like 40%.
All right. Well, I think we need to get close enough that we can look into the mesh and kind of.
No, you can do that through the they established. Yeah, through the cameras. They're close enough that they have not yet tapped the network. They have passively observed it.
Right.
It's encrypted, so it'll take a time.
Cadence, you want to assist so we can get on the mesh? And...
Sure.
Okay. You don't have to roll for
Okay.
that. Yeah. So you just get a +10.
Meshes are mesh.
Oh yeah.
25.
I should roll an opposing check.
I should roll and flip that.
What'd you get?
I flipped it, so 52.
All right, that's 51. So you succeed.
That was a good call.
Was close.
All right, so you take your time to hack it, and you are able to get with a superior. You get covert status and not admin level status, but one below that, one above user. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's very good. So you have access to the cameras, you have access to that. The first thing you realize for free is that there's actually another mesh ID on it. It's not just Dr. Ferries. There's another person on the network, which means someone local.
Interesting.
And for you realize it's another infomorph. There is a server. There's actually a very powerful server running this network, and there's an infomorph.
There, that's why it's too easy. There's
You realize that it must
not, in fact, too easy.
There's another infomorph that's the person who's running all the robots.
All right. I relay that to everybody.
Yeah.
So with that infomorph, is it literally in a hardware server on site, or?
Give me another. You give me an interface check. You can tell some information at your security steps without having to hack.
38. That's superior.
You recognize the model of the server. It's basically what's called a server bot, which is a powerful server. So think like a big box with legs. And a little hologram projector so it can talk to people and cameras and stuff like that. So it's technically a bot, but it's just basically a computer with robot legs and some cameras.
So it's not full on AGI.
No, it's much more powerful than that. There's an AGI in there. It's also running all. It's
okay.
It's a very powerful server. It's as big as a person. It's all computer though.
So first things first, we need to lock it out of there.
Yeah, I was about to say. So if
Is there any way we can have a power outage?
Destroy it.
Well, there's a power plant that would severely cripple their network.
Yeah.
They would not be able to smoothly operate. There are several dozen bots doing delicate tasks. That's why they need a full server. So yeah, it is these are prefab structures, so they are made of metal, but they're not hardened military structures. Right. So you could fabricate some explosives, but these would be not well, I guess you could fabricate what kind of explosive do you want? Do you want to shoot a rocket at it from a distance, or do you just want to sneak up and plant a bomb on the wall?
I'm more of an up-close person myself, but I feel like I'm dragging Dan along for this ride, so you should have a say on the matter.
You could do a breaching charge and then just fucking shoot the server.
That's kind of where I was heading.
Or just, actually it'd be more effective to just then breach the wall and then put a thermite charge on it, and then thermite would definitely kill it. You could definitely make it.
I don't really want to explode an AGI.
Okay.
You could just shoot it up, and it would have a cortical stack in it. So you could get, and of course that's the thing. If that's not the person, that's another person. You have to hack their minds. So in order to make them think they died in a rock slide.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe.
So if you thermite the server, that would be quick, but that would also slag them. And also,
if we shut down the power, you're still going to have to hack them. I feel like
if you use EMPs, you could disable the network. It would kill all radio signals for a little bit, so they couldn't talk to each other. So they'd all be blind, essentially.
And if we just put that person.
There's a hardware gadget you can use to lock down a server. It's essentially, I forgot what it's called, but
restraining bolt.
Yeah, it's a restraining bolt. It's basically the same principle. You put it on there and it shuts them down.
Okay.
So you could, if you physically can touch it, you could then shut it down safely.
I can get close. Can you fab it?
Yeah.
Fab? Create? I don't know if I
build
can...
it. It's
no, the plane has a fabricator on it.
Okay.
So you could, since you know the server thing, you could custom make it to, with psychosurgery, you could make a psychosurgery check to make sure it would be guaranteed to work.
No.
If you can get physical access to it.
I mean, I care about AGI personhoods, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
I did not make you roll off against me for this plan, but I need you to fab this thing so I can do it.
No, that's a good point. That was a good point.
I mean, we're not going to completely destroy the stack and everything.
Well, that's what, if we did what Jason suggested, we would have.
Yeah. The thermite would have.
I was suggesting that, but...
That's why I put up a flag.
Flag on the plate.
All right, so psychosurgery then, to make sure that it will work?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Des gives you the information. You custom craft the software for the device. So as soon as it plugs into the server, it will disable that AGI or infomorph. You don't know actually if it's an AGI.
Whoever it is.
Yeah, whoever it is will be locked, basically trapped. They wouldn't be able to use the server.
Like a rock fell on their head or something.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's a fork of himself. The only person he would trust to run this is someone that's as great as himself.
Well, he has no background. I mean, according to his his CV is quite extensive, but does not list robotics or adminning this kind of stuff. So,
unless he forked himself a long time ago and said, "Hey, go learn this thing."
Well, he's an egomaniac. He would not want to fork himself because there can only be one Dr. Ferries.
There can only be one.
But what if there could only be Dr. Ferries?
Oh, well, there's actually a crime group called that Pax Familia. It's all one person. It just keeps forking himself over and over. Yeah, Jason, that's exactly. Yep. That's bad. That's bad for a number of reasons.
People go crazy that way.
Yep, but they're a real good crime syndicate.
Oh, I'm sure.
Good in the sense of effective, not as in
good
moral.
At their
they're very
job.
bad. Yeah,
yes, they excel at crime.
They do excel at crime. So that's one problem out of the way.
Okay.
Provided we get access.
Provided you get access.
You want me to just athletics my way to it and plug it in, and you do the shooty
Plug
shooty
it
bang
in,
bang?
Plug it in.
Or infiltrate.
I mean, I'm pretty good at infiltrate. So if you want to just stay back and do Overwatch, you've got a rifle, so you can stay at range. I don't mind getting up close.
Good at
He's already used to the ride, so
Yep.
And I'll have him on board me, so in case anything goes wrong, he can be hacking while I'm kapooyowing. So I think it's a good enough plan.
Sneaky
the other thing is also the quantum entangle communicator. You still need to find.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot about that stupid thing.
I mean,
all right,
everyone can give me a perceive check as you
look through the cameras. 24.
I'm flipping it.
41.
Superior success. 47.
Superior success.
Okay.
95.
Okay. So wait.
See everything. All the colors.
Superior. What'd you get?
41.
You succeeded.
Just a regular success.
And did you succeed?
Yep. Just regular.
So between all of you, you're able to look through all the external views. You realize the quantum entangle the communicator is not outside in the outside part of the camp. So it's not.
Well, that would just be easy.
So it's either in one of the prefab buildings or it's inside the tunnel leading into the side of the mountain.
That doesn't make sense.
Let's see. Well, we were looking through Callista's.
Well,
cameras.
it's a small device.
Can we?
Yeah, but I mean, it's still.
Can I look?
It's a communicator,
since I've got covert
so
access. Can I look through his mesh and see if he's got cameras set up to see if we can find it internally?
That would take another hacking check.
Should I do it?
Yeah, give it a shot.
What's
if that
your
fails, I have a
hacking
swarm of spy nanobots.
I mean, if you fail, then he's going to know that we're here.
Actually, there are no. That was I would say that he does not actually have. Yeah, there. You don't see any cameras on the network, so you'd have to make another hacking check to get admin access to see everything. So at your current level of access, you don't see any cameras. So that's what the hacking check is.
I don't
what skill is it to launch nanobots?
Because
I have spy nanobots as part of my.
It would be programming to get them to do something complicated. You can just command them to do a basic thing.
What if they just went and looked for something? Is that
but
complicated?
that's someplace this far away to go to this area and to do these specific things. It's programming. Does anybody have programming?
Yep.
So Des could program them.
Yeah, program them. Let's just send those.
If you snuck up like with 100 meters, you wouldn't.
All right, I'll roll infiltrate.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't want me to do this?
Well, you got to do this, but that's a double superior for me.
Okay.
So.
All right. So you'll get some.
Yeah, flip that. Because like if it was malware, I would have got it.
Okay. What'd you get?
Just a 9.
They got an 80. Well, no, 83 would actually fail. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
They're good, but not that good. So they fail, and you manage to get admin access. So there is actually a secret camera network on there. It's being you actually realize that the admin has things hidden from Dr. Ferries.
Oh shit!
The admin's name is actually Dr. Boyka Olga.
Okay.
Choices were made.
Dr. Boycott Elga.
Anybody want to make a research or something to figure out who the hell that is?
Boyka. Kind of a random name generator. It's a Bulgarian name.
You want to roll that one, man?
Here in America, we don't understand him.
Research?
Yeah. Who is this?
Who is
My
this?
research is 40.
Do you want me to do it?
New
Is your
AGI.
research
You
better
can
than
all do
40?
it. Like,
Oh, we can
anybody
all do
60.
it. Okay.
Okay.
New AGI. Who this?
I did not make.
13. Yep.
Okay. I'll give you some information in a second. So Eleazar, you sneak up within 100 meters of the camp. You can hear the sounds of industrial activity as robots are moving rocks. They're taking
I've got them highlighted.
There's some robots that are just carrying rocks into the fabricator power plant tent. You realize they're using them as raw material to make new objects. Others are assembling other machines. There is one man in a back suit. It's Dr. Ferries sort of supervising. He stops and just sort of stares off. Well, you can't see where exactly staring, but you realize he must be doing mesh stuff. And you're just kind of standing there for a little bit. But yeah, you're there. So you can program your nanoswarms. Where are you sending them to? So there's the 3 buildings. There's the tunnels. You could have them look on Dr. Ferries himself.
I'm going to start with the tunnel because that seems the most obnoxious thing for us to get in and out of.
Okay. How far into the tunnel are you going to tell your nanobots to go?
Would I know what a general like?
If you have them go more than like 20, well, actually, we'll do this in skill checks.
Okay.
Like you can make it 0 skill checks, like they go in and out before you have to make another infiltrate skill check. You can be 1, 2, or even 3 skill checks. 0 through 3. Like how many skill checks do you want to make?
Would those all be infiltrates?
Yeah.
I'm good with 3.
Okay.
I'm not scared.
Sure.
I'm gonna flip that because I've already started wrong. 68.
Okay. They get in. They're mapping it. They're scanning it. You're looking. You can give me a perceive check.
Okay.
1.
Crit fail. Can't flip. 99.
You found it. You can stop now.
Damn it. All right. Yep. Calling back.
Yep. Wait, did you make it?
Yeah, I made it.
Okay.
But I was looking through his eyes and he crit failed, so I'm going to assume that probably negates it.
Yeah. It doesn't. You're not sure.
Oh God, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's definitely that thing right over there.
Awesome. All right. Yep. Target located. I mark and ping it to you so you can eliminate it while I'm working my way in the camp.
Okay. Anyways, Dr. Boyka, Dr. Olga.
What else can I do?
No.
You don't have any flex left?
Huh? Yeah, I got flex left.
You could use it to negate the crit failure.
Oh,
and then I can just see it.
All right. Yeah, I negate the crit failure.
Okay, you don't see anything unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have. If I want to make it more fiasco-esque, but that is a tool available to players.
No. Yep.
So, all right, make another. That's your first skill check. Make another one.
What's up with the dice? I'll flip
Holy
that.
shit.
Yeah, they won't stop rolling 9s. Why? Please stop.
All right, two.
So 69? Yeah. So
you've seen a lot of real interesting things. You're not an expert in xenoarchaeology.
But ping?
Yeah.
Dan?
Stagnating and Dan.
You're you can't, it's getting a little more intense. You don't really have time to really focus on what you're watching. You're kind of focusing on not moving because the bots do patrol a little bit. Like they are
record it.
They are looking out. They are keeping an eye out.
We can review it.
You don't know what the collective, your employers, have done, but obviously Dr. Ferries doesn't think he's entirely alone out here.
He expects trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So, give me one more check. He's not super great at it, though, because he is not, like...
much better. 18.
Okay. You haven't raised the alarm, so he's not even trying to perceive, but, like, yeah, you stay out of the way. You map out the full complex to the extent, and you can get them back. Or you can just leave them there, buried as they are, but... They'll only last like 24 hours before their batteries run out.
Yeah, I'll get them back to you before I lose them.
Okay, so you have to wait a little while longer. So this is like hours and hours. So like this is deeply uncomfortable for you after a while.
All right, so we've mapped the entire cave network, but we did not find the relay. So
you can give me the others. All the three of you can give me one more perceive check each to see what you see. And you can give me xenoarchaeology.
Well, that's a 54.
Okay.
Spirit is 60 for the perceive.
I succeeded with a 24.
Okay.
Wow.
Fuck.
You flipped that, Dan.
But then it wouldn't be awesome. Fine.
It's awesome failing. It's awesome failing by 1.
Archaeology failing by 1 if I don't. So it's just a regular success.
Okay.
Not a double superior. Ones.
So scanning the tunnels. Let's see. Did all of you succeed on your perceived checks for the tunnels? Okay. You actually do see the quantum entangled communicator.
There it is. How did we miss that?
Yeah. It is actually being guarded. It is in a security cage. And there is actually a.
So like a Faraday cage, it just says security across.
No, it's like a little cage.
Faraday cage kind of defeat the purpose of it.
That's what I thought.
It is an armored cage. And there. In fact, you can barely see it, but only through there is like a porthole in the door. And there is a bot guarding the door, like a humanoid bot with an assault rifle. You can give me a security ops check.
Yeah. Wow. 2 18s in a row. Yep, I'll make that.
That was better than the 90s in a row.
Yeah, right.
So this is obviously his idea of a way of like protecting the Kiwi, and it's in a locked, armored room, more reinforced. There's a bot watching it 24/7. And obviously, he can radio the bot to tell the bot to send out a message on the QE communicator. You would guess that the bot is hard linked to the QE communicator too. Okay. So if the bot gets the message, it'll send out the message out instantly.
Right.
And trying to get inside an armored box, it would take more than an instant to cut through or blast through it. So
easier to deal with the bot than the cage.
Well, you definitely have to throw an EMP to block all radio signals for a bit, and then you would have to put a breaching charge on that, and just blow the whole room up. A pretty powerful charge. So you would have to make that your priority. And it's pretty far into the tunnel, so you would have to sneak or run before the EMP wore off, essentially.
All right, so how do we want to play this? Do y'all want me to go in there after it, or do you two want to go in after it, and then I'll light it up outside the minute you guys have it shut down?
And that's assuming the bot doesn't detect anything independently. It does have a porthole that can view things outside.
I have a real bad infiltrate, meaning 10.
Okay.
So
you want to stay outside and hack and cause problems?
Don't want me infiltrating.
All right. Can you cause problems with all the bots outside then?
I mean, I can probably cause problems as long as you can...
Right. You can just hack a bot and take it over, and then you can, Renee and also Des, you can use the bot skills as your attack rolls. So the bots usually have their primary attack skills or whatever at 40%. So you can just take over a bot and tell it to do something, then you can just make those rolls.
Okay.
Instead of your attack rolls, whatever.
My infiltrate's only 50.
All right. So I will go down the cave tunnel with him helping me futz with stuff.
My mind's 50 also.
Try and take over the big dwarf bot and just cause mayhem.
Okay.
And he'll protect you.
Yep.
So, but you made your xenoarchaeology check.
Yes.
And so you realize this is a temple or a structure. You're not sure exactly what the significance of it, but it is in the Lucan style. It is Lucan architecture, but it is in a different style than anything that's in any of the known literature. So this is a splinter group, a different era. You're not sure. It's a different, like we have a lot of different architecture styles. If you saw the Greek temple, would you recognize the pyramids? If you thought everything looked like a Greek temple, would you recognize the pyramid as this human's example? But so this is significant on its own. But
so that kind of different, not like this was the true pinnacle of their society, and then
that's subjective. What is pinnacle? Like, I mean, you don't. Yeah.
I mean, like this wasn't an example of them living in a machine age.
Oh yeah, that's true. The technology seems about the same.
Okay.
But there is one difference though. The farthest into the cave, this tunnel, opens up into a very cold area, cold enough that ice is there 24, just all year round, as this is a very cold environment anyways. And it is carved out of crystal, which looks to be mostly still intact. And there is clear crystal at the far end of this, is sort of like, there's a column of clear crystal and you can see Lucan remains in them. So the culture took some members of its society and figured out how to freeze them
we found
clear.
Jesus.
Well, it's very crystal clear, like it is, but it's ice, and
so the remains are not beef jerky remains.
I mean, they still look pretty beef jerky, but like they would be intact DNA. Like it would be another. This is a different Lucan offshoot. One of the problems they thought about, the problem with resurrection Lucans is also the sheer number of genetic variety. Like they've only had like a dozen individuals and you need like a few hundred to have genetic stability. So this would significantly enhance it. And also it's another, it's holy shit. That's a, if you want a payload in xenoarchaeology, if Indiana Jones was a xenoarchaeologist, this would be his, not quite Holy Grail, but definitely Temple.
Crystal Skull?
Yeah, Crystal Skull, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
The penitent man, the penitent man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that. The new one.
Okay,
As long
so
as
we
it's not
have
as Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow.
So we have a monkey.
Yeah.
We effectively have someone hiding in a refrigerator.
Fuck. Why did I do this?
And crystal. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I'm
true.
assuming the Lucans have skulls.
Yeah. They're aardvark-like. They had aardvark-ish.
Aardvark-like skulls.
Yeah, basically. So...
We had a character that had a really high-pitched voice that was almost as annoying as Shia LaBeouf.
Didn't stammer.
All right.
That's
So you're
shitting on the word.
So yeah, give me a security ops check to plan this out.
It's not a quad trilogy. It's not a trilogy.
46, that's superior.
Okay. So your best plan is one for you to infiltrate into the tunnel undetected. And so the first thing that Dr. Ferries and this Dr. Olga, and I'll explain Olga in a second. The first thing that they know is that the quantum tank, their QE communicator just blows up.
Yeah.
Like that should be the first thing.
Yeah.
They should not. After that, obviously it's loud. For you then, you're going to be, the problem with you is you're going to be no way out of that tunnel. And so the second that blows up, you need to hack that dwarf because otherwise he's going to get squished by that dwarf. Or you. Yeah. And
I was going to take the bot thing that's guarding the entanglement.
Well, if you manage to sneak up on and just plant a big ass breaching charge, you can just blow it up.
Yeah.
And the bot won't survive that.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. The bot,
But it's a good backup plan if the EMP fails, because
Yep.
You need to use
we're going to be at point blank range with someone with an assault rifle.
Yep.
Yeah, and he'll be sending out the message on the QE.
Also, yes.
Which is going to doom your plan.
Yeah.
Maybe. You don't know who he's talking to or what he's going to say.
And so Olga is?
Dr. Olga is another Argonaut. She is an expert robotic engineer. She has also been linked to the Mercurial movement, which is another group of autonomists that want to make exotic xenomorphs and that kind of thing. They want freedom of body, essentially, to make any kind of body imaginable and to try it out for at least a bit. So,
if you can.
So that would explain.
I'm sympathetic to her desires, but
yeah,
I'm cool
she
with it.
also has ideas for engineering new societies and trying out radical, just recreating civilizations from scratch is one of her projects as well. She is also perhaps they're getting their resources from a more radical group of Argonauts who want to try science without ethics or constraints. So
that's cool with that.
So yeah, let's resurrect a bunch of dead aliens and see how we do.
Play God. All right.
Yeah, basically. With these people, that's the vibe you're getting. You have the data's all encrypted on the network. So you'd have to make cryptography checks to. Do you have cryptography?
Yep.
Okay.
I also have cryptography.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can we make them at the same
Sure.
time?
Yeah. One.
No. Crit fail. Didn't understand anything.
Yep. Actually, give me an infosec check.
An infosec?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can upgrade this to superior or something if you need me to.
80, which is what my skill is.
All right, you don't get infected by malware.
Great.
Oh shit.
They booby trapped it.
By the way, they booby trapped this.
Yeah. With a 1, you realize it would take you like a year to or more.
Can I upgrade that to take less time?
Well, yeah, I guess you'll have it to 6 months.
Oh no, fuck that.
If you flip a 1, does that mean you get 100 and it's a crit success?
No.
It's 10.
Yeah, it would turn to 10. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So yeah, 100 is 0. So
I mean, huh?
nice.
I mean, that's what I really rolled, right?
You didn't roll a 69.
So Chaiu, so your role in there, you could be support with the battle rifle, just sniping at things from a distance and drawing fire away from you. There are a lot of bots in this camp, though. So basically, you wouldn't be facing one strong foe, but like
many
1,000
little
paper
foes.
cuts.
well, like maybe 6 or 12 guardian angels with submachine guns shooting at you.
What was that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty close to max distance. I could pick a few of them off.
Yeah. So yeah, that would definitely draw less fire onto Eleazar, because once he blows up the communicator, you really want to get out of that tunnel, because especially if you can't get that dwarf locked in. Because you remember Total Recall?
Yeah, I remember Total Recall.
Yeah.
I do also recall there being a porthole, though, for him to be able to jab that drill in through and fuck Benny up.
Yeah, that's true.
Die, Benny! I got 7 kids!
Good times.
Fucking love that movie.
I need to watch it again myself.
Yeah,
It's been a
me
while.
too.
All right.
Not the awful reboot, but yeah.
So you guys doing any more preps? Are you ready to
I mean, I'm just going
got
to visually
EMP
paint some
and
targets for myself.
recharge.
Yeah, and I'm still connected. If I need to go any further, I can.
Yeah, you have access to a lot of different things. You could actually, but whenever you do anything, you'll alert them and they'll know something's up, and they have physical access to the server, so they'll eventually be able to kick you out, no matter what you do.
No.
Yeah, you could plant a virus. You could sabotage one of the systems.
I was thinking about that. I've got malware special at 90.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what are you thinking? Like a malware would just slow all of the bots down and confuse them, or you could try and like target.
Well, I mean, I can get it prepared. I'm not going to.
Okay. So yeah, you
can
could will just say you're prepping for whatever you turn out to use later.
Yep.
All right.
I don't want to use it right now because then that's going to jump the gun.
Yeah, fair enough. So Eleazar, let's start off. Let's give it an infiltration check to get past.
Nice going, man.
This one will be made against their.
Yep.
That was pretty damn
Beat
good.
Hope you can beat an 87.
Well, I didn't get a critical success. Yep.
So, love that chameleon armor.
Yep. I will say you were at a negative 20 penalty, but that would have still succeeded because, like, you had to go in on foot and pass a lot of guards, or not guards, but like sensors. But even with all that, yeah, you know the camp exactly. You know how it's mapped out perfectly, and so you know all the guard spots and all the weak or blind spots, and you're able to exploit them and get past the entrance.
Okay.
So as you get past the entrance, the dwarf is digging.
You never taught me that.
So actually, that's the problem.
Okay.
You can actually choose when you want to do this. Do you want to do this when the dwarf is working, in which case it's easier for it to sneak by because it's making so much noise, stuff like that? Or do you want to wait until it's out, in which case it takes longer for it to block the tunnel or anything, but it's a lot more quiet and a lot harder to be detected, or a lot easier to be detected?
Nah, I'd rather take advantage and trust my team.
Take advantage of the dwarf working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope.
All right, so you can...
that sound and everything.
All right, so this will only be at a negative 10 because it's tight space, but you have to get past the dwarf, and Dr. Fairies is not there. I mean, he must be in his lab working.
Yeah.
All right, that beats a 31.
All right.
Yep. So you continue on, and now it is quiets up as you get closer to the ice temple, and you can see the little guard box that is there, and this will be at a negative 30 because you know that the bot is using T-rays.
So that pretty much just negates my camouflage, camo suit. Oh gosh.
Even if you flip that,
even if I flip that, that's still not.
I mean,
Are you gonna flip it or not?
Make it superior.
I'll flip it, make it a 20 because it's.
He failed his check. He rolled an 81.
Oh fuck! For once you roll low, you bastard dice.
But weren't those the one that was rolling 18 though?
I mean, the last 3 rolls have all been 80s, but I have a plus 30 from my camo, so that's been saving my ass.
So you sneak by as you time the scan of the T-ray emitter, as it would have totally picked you up because it's T-rays, and you manage to plant the charge.
You do well that time.
Yeah. And you hit the, I assume, you commit to the plan and hit the breach charge.
Yep. Click, click, click. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Got ghosts in your blood, dog.
You don't like the breaching charge either.
Well, y'all hear the rumble, I assume.
Yeah, the entire armored booth and the quantum entangled communicator and that robot are just annihilated. There's enough explosives in there to just vaporize the booth. Some rocks fall from the ceiling. None of you are geologists, so you didn't think about that. But
Fray, I guess.
Yeah, give me a fray check.
Fuck. Woo! Superior success.
Do you beat a 30?
Yeah, 36.
All right. Yeah, rocks fall, but you don't die.
Did you just roll that the rocks attack? Like they're actually sentient now?
It's an area attack, Jason.
Oh shit! The rocks are sentient. Get out!
It's the ghosts of the mountain. We've disrupted this.
We don't have geology. We didn't know that the rocks were sentient.
Fuck, man. Xeno. Yeah, we should.
Exoplanets are crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Holy shit!
I showed you. This is just something
Crazy.
So
what's that D&D creature that looks like a stalactite? That's what it was.
Yeah, they're a piercer. Yeah,
a piercer. Yeah.
Fuck, my brain knows that. So
too much D&D.
Jesus, yeah, it really is. Des, you want to hack that or no? Cadence.
Yeah, hacking that, and then I'm going to throw the malware in.
Dwarf,
yeah, that's what it's called. This is InfoSec, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I'll roll.
I hacked it.
All right, good. It rolled a critical failure on its defense. So.
Right. Good to know.
So
that's going to be some really nasty malware.
All right, yeah. So the network is lighting up. There's a flurry of there's a flurry of activity on the network as they all detected that, and there's all kinds of alerts and shit being set up. The dwarf is now offline, which is oh shit. Why is the dwarf offline? You can't fairies and Boyka's communications are encrypted themselves, but yeah, you didn't have the ability to hack that either.
Well, I was going to throw something in there to just slow them down.
Yeah. So you're just slowing everything down?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your malware roll.
I already did.
Okay.
82 out of 90.
Okay. They don't get a critical success, so that's very good for you. So
there's a reason why I flipped it. I was like, yeah, that's going to be really good. Have fun with that shit.
Right.
Yeah, so basically Bonsai Buddy and all these other, spam bot, they're just getting that, hey, would you like to get new health insurance? Thousands of pop-up windows.
What's the evil version of Clippy?
Yeah, Bonsai Buddy. I think it's canonical as Bonsai Buddy. Remember Bonsai Buddy? So...
Well, Clippy is what...
Listen to RPPR Night of the Little Cats.
Clippy is what my music.
Yeah. So, yeah, Dan knows that. That's why he said evil Clippy. Yeah, not actually Clippy. Clippy is good. We know that.
Clippy is helpful.
So, Cadence, you got a dwarf bot. You're just like piloting. It's like you're in a piloting, dwarf simulator, mining bot simulator game. What are you going to do with it? You don't have to make skill checks, but you're like in the tunnel itself. You're digging. You stop because now you're in control. Mm-hmm. You could back it up into the camp itself.
I'm trying to think.
It's an enormous. Think of it more as
I want to cause chaos, so
you're probably getting out.
Are there lots of bots around me?
Not where you are. You're in the tunnel right now.
Right,
so you could.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go out.
All right.
Back it
the cameras are still on.
Yeah, you can see.
Drill menacingly at the temple site.
Drill menacingly.
Yes.
Yeah. Threaten his treasure trove if he doesn't fucking surrender.
Okay, so you're just barreling down into the ice temple.
All right.
I mean, do you want to do that?
I mean, I'll drill menacingly.
Yeah, you have speakers on there. You could.
Yeah, you care about AGIs. You don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Xeno's relics.
Are you actually going to be saying anything?
Just maniacal laughter.
Okay,
that's the menace right
there. Says the mining robot as it barrels into the tunnel.
Have some kind of
fuck your couch.
Valkyries or some kind of classical music there.
I mean, if you want there to be.
Nope.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Nope.
Just maniacal laughter.
Yeah. Loading evil laugh dot wave. So you hear that. The Chaiu, are you going to start lighting things up?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Pow, pow, pow. Get them all.
So am I just shooting am I shooting for individual ones to snipe them down? Or
I mean, right now we can just do give me 3 rolls, your average, to represent your initial barrage before they can organize a response.
36, it's a superior.
Mm-hmm.
10, that is a regular success. And 57, which is the superior.
So 36 is kind of in the middle there.
Yep. So with that, you're taking down a number of bots, and you're just laying it on thick. You got a ton of ammo, and you're burning through it. Just firing, bursts onto everything. You take down a number of bots, and their response is delayed. You take down a number of bots. That wasn't them at all. They didn't fuck up his...
I had to fuck up my arm to get here, so it's all them.
All right. So, you give me another infosec check, Des.
31.
31. You get down to user level. They are fighting you off. Yeah, they are actually about. You realize, so you have a chance. You could either jump. You could take one of the bots out of the.
Figures.
You could take one of the bots. So what Renee did is take one of the bots off the network, and so she's the only one linked to the dwarf right now. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to have to physically jump in there or hack into the bot to get it back. So you could do the same thing with one of those bots, or you could continue gumming things up as long as you're on the system.
I'm going to try to keep gumming things up.
Okay.
That's
all right. Give me one more check.
Come on, big money.
Oh, shit.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have.
60 out Out of 80.
Well, they got a 33.
Fucking hell.
So give me. They hack into you. And in fact, you're.
They technically hack into you.
Yep, they attack into you. Like you take 10 durability as your.
Okay, what do I need to roll for resistance?
Well, that was for the initial attack.
Oh, okay.
So
10 durability?
Mm-hmm.
Info durability?
Yep.
So you could cut the link and hope for the best, or you could fight back with opposed infosec checks.
What do you guys think? Go big or go home?
I think
if they thoroughly hack you, they then hack Eleazar?
you too.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah, I should probably get out.
All right, yeah.
I'll just cut it. Yeah.
Okay.
Better.
So what are you doing, Eleazar?
I am heading back up the tunnel past the dwarf, and
It barrels past you.
Yeah, I'm going.
Laughing.
I'm gonna go find the fuck. I'm heading for where we believe the server to be.
Okay.
I'll try and lock her down.
Okay. So you have another breaching charge, I would imagine.
Yep.
All right. Give me an athletics check to see how quickly you get in position.
23.
23?
Yeah.
All right. So you slam the charge on the wall, blow the wall,
yeah.
and jump through. Give me just an unarmed, and you'll lock it down. But if you fail, check. Dr. Ferries is in the room.
Unarmed is melee.
Yeah, melee. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. 20.
20. Okay. You made it. So you managed to lock the server down. The Ferries is there, and he does have time to get his weapon out. Okay. So he's going to fire his hollow point pistol at you, full auto.
Okay.
He's going to do a call shot to the head.
Oh, it's like that, huh?
Yep. And you're in point blank range, so he has a 60% chance of hitting you.
I'm going to flip it, but just so to get success. But I understand he's probably got to have this one.
That is a 53.
Oh, I mean, I technically rolled a 53, but my 53 would be a failure.
Oh, yeah.
My 35.
Yep. It is half because of it's hard to dodge guns.
Yeah.
So the base is 2d10 plus 2d10. Let's see here. Auto point plus 1d6. Okay. So it's going to be 4d10 plus 2d6. One for the hollow point.
The penalty for aiming for the head, or did
his normal skill is like 90.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
The scientists be jacked up.
Well, he's a member of the Medians, which are they're
Oh yeah. They're more militant.
Yep. And he's had to kill more than a few surgeons.
So what does the headshot get him as far as damage is concerned?
A headshot will get him an additional D10.
Okay.
So, oof. Or actually, no, it won't do that. It's armored. It's armor piercing, which means half your armor. So what's your kinetic armor?
Okay. My kinetic armor is 13.
13. So it's 7 instead. Okay. So it's this minus 7.
Right. You can roll shit.
You good? Let's see here. Isn't it?
That's 10, it looks like, right?
No, that's 7.
That's a 2. Okay.
Those two together.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 12, 18, 18.
That's 26.
26.
30.
30 damage minus 7 is 23.
23.
Yep. All right, so you take 23 damage?
Yep.
Are you still up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
In fact, what is that? That's I can ignore all those wounds with my latest perk I got. So yeah.
Run.
Fuck.
How many wounds do you take?
2.
2.
Yep.
You will have to make a knockdown check. And you have medicines, right? So I don't.
I do.
Yeah, but you will have to take a knockdown check. So
okay.
That's a Psalm times 3.
Psalm times 3.
If you fail,
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically,
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. No.
Your helmet is shredded, though. I will say, or severely damaged. You were venting atmosphere.
If you want to use the grenade thing, this might be the time. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm doing. Best battlefield medicine is superior fire. So, So what does point blank range get me?
It gets you plus 1d6 damage, I believe. Yeah.
Cool.
And plus 10 to hit.
Cool.
And if you have provoke, you could just be like...
Yeah, that's a superior, so that's another D6.
He will
63.
He will try and dodge. So
yeah.
he needs a critical. Well, he does not. He gets a 9. So.
All right. So
he's got 8 points of kinetic armor.
Right. So we get all that and that. So yeah.
Boom.
Oh, I thought.
Thank you, Pickle P.
I rolled like shit though. All right. So
I don't know what his morph is. I just need to find out how much.
28 minus 8. You said for his armor.
Yeah, if it's not armor piercing.
I mean, it's not, but it does have knockdown.
Okay. So he'll have to make
sometimes 3 fucking scientists. You got that shit?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you did 28.
She's a very
So
large
minus
woman.
8, so 20.
Yep.
So you have to make a knockdown check
Yep.
too. So his SOM is 10, so he needs a 30. He gets a 65, so he is knocked into the wall of our thing and stunned. So he has like 7 hit points left. So if you hit him again, he will die. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. If I could just finish him off, sure.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Remember, we've got to be able to psychosurgery the...
Yeah,
I'm not going to blow his stack out. I'm just going to blow his brains out.
Yeah. You'd have to get death rating, which is 53.
Yeah, I'd say that'll hit, especially if he's stunned and can't dodge.
Yeah.
And I can try out all my new toys. So, well, I bought upgraded ammunition for all my pistols last time.
Oh, yeah?
I spent my money well in all my perks.
Cool.
I bought badass extra armor and upgraded the guns to be ridiculous. So, yeah, I was firing burst, so that gave me that. So that'll be a whopping total of 21 with armor penetration. I think that should do the job.
Yep, definitely. Actually, he did get close to death rating. He is fucked up. But it means you just less work to pull the stack out.
Yep.
It's just...
Des, shut it off. Shut off that sensor.
Yeah,
As I reach in and rip the stack out.
So you have the server. Yeah, you shut the camp down. You actually didn't have to worry about that because it was shut down long enough that he wasn't able to send drones after you.
Brap.
You're able. So, do you need to take a break for a second? Or
No, it's okay.
No, it's cool. Sorry.
So, yeah, I suppose you tell Callista.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm so glad. So we'll I'll call on the rest of my team and we can set up. We of course have to prep the site to get rid of all evidence of this camp, or at least most of it, to make it like it seems like it was a new camp. We have this whole thing. So if you could stick around for a few days while we set all this up, that would be great.
I was going to say, I technically have to do psychosurgery on this dude too.
Yeah, we have our own psychosurgeon, but two.
Okay.
But no, two is better than one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have any ethical constraints about altering either doctor's.
He's not AGI.
No, of course. Yeah. In fact, he's rather dismissive of AGI. Says
I don't like him.
Yeah, he thinks that they lack the creativity to can make truly innovative research.
What an asshole!
Yes.
All right, I'm assisting.
Make his death super 3 have the ironic victory.
How do I heal digital damage?
You'll heal in 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So while they're doing that, can I nuts about in the cave?
You sure can.
And xenoarchaeology all over it?
Yeah. What do you want to know? What do you want to do?
Just, I guess, how difficult would it be to get a biological sample?
Give me xenoarchaeology.
Let me have some of that beef jerky left. That's sweet
63 out of 80.
All right. Yeah, that's very good. So with that, you see that clearly one Lucan in particular, you think is female. You're judging by, the appearance and the bone structure. Is the central figure the most important one? But there are 6 figures also, so a total of 7 that you can find. So they have not yet been touched yet. Obviously, Dr. Ferries was patient enough. He was not going to drill for samples yet. If you drill something, you have a risk of contaminating it for future research, or, just ruining it, aside from whatever sample you get. So, but obviously that's a lot quicker. So he was clearly conducting, so you can get access to his data, you can, do a lot of this work of he was being very thorough and was sure no one's going to find this place for forever. And, that's why he was not in a hurry to, get it. So, you can just drill it and just get samples.
We don't get access to his data.
Well, it's encrypted. So, you need those encryption keys. So, you could, now the encryption keys might be on the hardware, which is damaged. It did catch a bit of shrapnel. It's not.
Womp womp.
It's still intact. So
do a little repair.
Yeah, you can give me hardware industrial. It's going to be at a negative 30 to get encryption keys from the hardware.
I take 10.
You have to take 10 just to do it. It's a task action. That's how it works in Eclipse phase.
Oh, come on.
Is that
a crit failure barely.
Okay.
You said minus 30.
You delete them by mistake.
Oh,
it's
shit.
really hard.
Wrong button.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't have the data.
No. There's one other route. The encryption keys would be in their brain meat, so you could noodle.
Psychosurgery.
You could noodle around and fish it out of there.
That's fucking crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
I would have normally done it.
Psychosurgery. Flipping that to be 79.
Wow, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It
Wait a
wasn't
minute,
very
I could've
cool,
done
but
that
I
thing where I
psychosurgeoned it.
She did. Yeah.
So you're able to get the encryption data out of his brain, because that's how that works. So this all takes you about a day just to do all that. So, so the Rage Collective is working night and day. There's several synth morphs there. There's several people in pod morphs, and they're all just working. They're cutting things up. They're basically dismantling the camp, feeding it in the fabricator, and actually fabricating fake rocks.
Chunking it in the wood chipper.
Basically, but they're actually making rocks out of it, so they can make they actually have a rock slide simulation. It has to be.
What a time to be alive!
Yeah, it's an artisanal forged rock slide.
Yes.
It'll be so realistic.
It was a trap.
Yeah, it was a trap. So they're crafting it, and they're covering up. They some of them tisk you, or at least Chaiu for shooting so much, because all these bullet holes are just hard to seal away in the mountainside. You just see tiny little scratches. Like a good geologist would see that micro indentation.
See, I just had to.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, how's that for a micro indentation?
Oh, you have to forgive him.
Robot down a tunnel, laughing.
We edited his brain to be a task hedonist, so all he cares about is faking rock slide simulation, faking rock slides. Like he doesn't care about anything else. We have to, yeah. So after we're done with this, we'll edit his brain back so he cares about other things now. But
that's good.
Yeah,
make it a happy thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he will completely love AGIs at this point too.
Well, Dr. Fairies, yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, no, we have to keep him the same. He just has to be the exact same asshole who just stumbled on this, was like, fuck this beacon. I don't care about that. This is I know better, and then he dies in a rock slide. Like that's the story. So, that is funny. It is funny. So,
arrogance and hubris. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Data. The second day begins as you're all working. What are you going to be doing? So you've got this data. You managed to decrypt it, and you have access to all his notes, which would take a while to dig through. But you could look through those later.
Can I control F for biological samples?
Yeah, he was planning. He actually has personal note. You do find that. And he was actually saying it's like a fine wine. You want to wait for it in the cellar to age. I've waited so long for this. I can't. I want it to be perfect. So he's
got nothing.
He hasn't taken any biological samples yet.
Okay, so
he's getting everything. He wants it to be perfect. He's a perfectionist. So he was going to meticulously record and document everything at the site perfectly, because they haven't fully excavated the full site yet. The full structure is still is not fully excavated yet. And then he was going to open up. He has a plan for it, but he was actually going to build like a bubble around the ice temple, so it would be like perfectly.
So his plan was to be an arrogant bastard about being careful with doing this, or did he have like an actual plan for?
Yeah, it's just a plan that is very, very slow and meticulous. So, which you don't have 2 years to do this.
Right.
So, for you, yeah, you have all the data you have a shitload of data which you can use later on, but like, yeah, I mean, you don't have any biological data because he hasn't done that yet.
Okay.
Even a damaged beef jerky hand is worth better.
Yeah, but there's a greater concern here.
So now you can't just drill. You can't just do that.
Well, here's the thing. What are these people going to do with these samples?
Eventually, well, their plan is they're not going to do anything until they get it legally declared theirs, and so they get the reputation. That's actually their biggest thing. So they can't. They say okay. So actually, they're assuming that you're not. You're as far as you can tell, you haven't told them that you want to get samples, and so they don't think that you're trying to get samples yourself. They think you're just in this for the cryptocurrency. Uh-huh. So you don't know. You assume that they would eventually want to do this themselves. Uh-huh. They're just stealing the glory for this from them. So they would probably want to do something similar to Dr. Fairies. So you could ask them.
I'll ask them. Like, well, that's a pretty significant find, especially with everything
going
on.
Well, and once it's recognized as our find, then we'll dig up this rock slide, and then we will open it up.
What would be your timetable on that?
Oh, probably like after all the quartz and all that stuff, probably like 4 to 6 years.
So what if one of the pillars got damaged in the rock slide?
No, don't worry about that. Oh, come on, we're not amateurs.
Doesn't appear in there? No, not yet.
What? Yeah, it's way far back there. It's totally secure. It's safe.
But what if?
No, this is ours. You can't have it.
I would just like some biological sampling data. That's all.
Of course you would. Everyone would. It's valuable, but it's ours. We're paying you that we get the glory and we get the data.
I don't want the glory. I don't care who claims discovery for it.
Okay, not the central female one. That's the most important one. But what we can, I guess we could do, if you want just one sample.
Yeah, just a sample of something that has survived this type of cold and in this environment.
Okay. I mean, some of us are pretty curious ourselves, so we could take one drill sample and then fill it back up with ice, and I doubt that will be detected. If we do it real quick and we make a really small hole. But the age of the ice. Well, they won't even find it for years. So yeah, by that time it'll be ours, and we're gonna okay. Yeah, we could do like his toe of the one in the back, just that because that's closest.
Just a DNA strand. That's all I need.
At this point, one of the other ones is like, guys, something's coming. Some craft. We just picked up something on radar. A surveying craft or something? That's what it's registered as? It's coming this way?
So traveling at the speed of a surveyor craft?
Well, I mean, it's like standard commercial flight thing.
Okay, so...
So we could, we've cleaned up partially. We don't know who this is. So maybe you all wait there and murder them if we give you the signal? Or you could talk. Are any of you good at talking?
The least human of all of them.
Yep. Are you?
Yeah, I'm actually really good at it.
Okay.
I've got a 60 in Persuade, a 45 in Provoke.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
I got this.
Go for it. Okay. So you can hail them from where you are. before they even land.
I feel like I'm going to be like Han Solo, like...
How are you? Yeah.
Hi. Slight weapons malfunction.
So you hail them?
Yep.
All right. Hello, this is Atlas Courier. We're here to drop off a package for Dr. Ferries.
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, no. Sorry, out of here. No, actually, it wouldn't be Dr. Ferris. He would have done it on her name list. This is Atlas Courier. We're here to drop off a package for the
call these
Omnibus Exploration Hypercore.
You did some psychosurgery. Would that be something that...
he did this under a shell name, so a shell corporation. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Just... I'd give them coordinates of like where they can drop it off at, and I will have a bot come and grab it. I am busy. We are busy right now, so.
All right, give me a persuade check.
I mean, he had a.
Oh, there's a regular scheduled check-in that we missed.
Yeah, probably.
This is full of commandos.
15.
I get 60. My rifle ready.
Yeah, no. I'm putting another secret.
All right. You can give me. Do you have kinesics?
Yep.
Okay.
I can make this a better check. I mean, but yeah,
we're about to get swarmed with commandos. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, there's another 15. What the hell?
Okay. He seems to believe you.
All right. Nope. I'm gonna flip that.
He still seems to believe you.
Yeah, you rolled that well. Okay.
I don't know. It seems credible to you.
Okay. Seems perfectly normal. Pretty nice guy.
Great.
It was an enthralling conversation.
You tell him to drop it off out of sight of the camp. So,
no, just like on the.
No, the people tell you to do that. Like they're like, we can't let anybody see us as we're like setting up the rock slide. It's gonna fuck up our timetable.
Yeah.
Right on the other side.
I was trying to put it like out there, and there's a bot out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So that happens.
All right. Well, we've got control of like the system, right?
Yeah.
Looking at it through a scope.
It looks like a
cargo box.
Guardian Angel.
Yeah.
We have a T-ray emitter.
You have to get within like 10 meters of that. So you send a bot out that close.
Yes.
Okay. You send it out that close, and it seems fine. Just supplies, like feeder stock and that kind of stuff for fabbers and makers, and batteries, or fuel, I guess.
That time when Ross just decided to let's make them as paranoid as possible, and actually did just send a supply.
I was thinking that, but yeah, I don't trust Ross at all.
There's no scenario where Ross being
not when it comes to stuff like this. All right. Is there a mesh ID? Can I just
to do what?
Ping it to see if there's a mesh ID or
on what the plane
box.
Or the box?
The box.
Yeah, the box has a mesh ID. Yeah, you can ping it. Hello, I am a cargo box from Atlas Courier. Please do not. I am my.
I don't trust this box.
Recipient is classified. Please enter in your encryption key in order to be verified as the rightful recipient, which you have because you got his encryption keys.
Yeah. So give it the encryption key.
All right. Hello, Doctor. Hello, representative of Omnibus Exploration Corporation. Here are your supplies.
Okay.
You will be the credits will be deducted out of your account at the end of the cycle.
Yay! Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Supplies.
Yep.
Supplies.
Yeah, boxes talk to you. I don't understand.
Yeah, but this is fun. Nothing about this is weird or creepy or strange or definitely a trap.
It's the future. I mean,
all right. So back to negotiating.
Mm-hmm. Well, they agree. So they can get a sample. You don't have to roll to get a sample, but they just want to make one sample.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Okay.
I mean, if you need me to persuade, I can do that.
No, I just want samples of things that have endured this environment.
Yeah. So they get it to you. So you have it. So you're able to sequence it and all that. So yay!
Yay!
So the second night, are you guys doing anything while this is going on, or are you gonna have
just kind of working security basically?
There's a lot of arguments about proper rock arrangement, and it's not like it all looks exactly to the photo, but when you zoom in, you're talking down like down to the nanometer size. They are meticulous.
Good that they're being thorough. I appreciate this. Yeah. This just is not.
Thanks for covering up our obvious crime.
Yeah. So I try and stay out of their way. If they want me to pick up heavy things, I will do that. Otherwise,
oh no, you can't. How could you possibly pick it up right?
It's not heavy.
You would get micro indentations on it.
Totally fine. I sit back and clean my weapons and try not to make too loud of snarky jokes about scientists fiddling with rocks.
Yep. I mean, you've done security gigs where you watch scientists guarding rocks before. This is surprisingly calming.
Yep. Not out of the ordinary at all.
Cadence, you're just psychosurgerying away. It's an intense process. Give me another psychosurgery check. Because you actually have double the work because you have Dr. Olga, but you also have
40. Or no, 4.
4, yeah.
You are in a time accelerated server. They brought their own server in order to make this faster because it actually takes a long to do psychosurgery. Mm-hmm. So you're working away. So the second night falls. You are all you can rest if you have bodies. If you're not, you can keep on working. The synthmorphs are working.
Can we heal a little bit?
Yeah. So you've healed 2 days now. So
I've got medicines. So that's pretty advanced healing.
Yeah, I would say
you also have a paramedic.
It's true.
Oh yeah, give me a paramedic check.
Don't scruff it.
Ugly man.
That's 43. Superior success.
I would say with 2 days of healing and a paramedic check, you're just fully healed.
Okay.
Future, if you don't die immediately, you're fine. Like,
gonna be the future.
Microscopic machines in your bodies patch up all those gunshot wounds.
Between that and I added pain tolerance to my morph this time. It's like,
you heal like 6 per hour. So
oh, nice.
You heal 2 wound per day. So
all right. So everything's gone.
And
especially with the med check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling great.
Yep.
A couple of new scars.
Actually, do the medicines allow for him to have scars?
It's actually a user option. They're cosmetically cool looking scars.
They are.
They're not at all. Yeah.
So horribly disfiguring.
Yeah. I mean, this is a crime though. So you probably don't have any scars for it. You don't want to look the exact same as when you entered Banshee.
That's true. That's true.
I didn't get shot in the face. What are you talking about? Shut up.
Sorry, just didn't shoot me in the face. Is that something you actually would want to admit to?
No, that's good.
For the tale of your glory. I got shot in the face by a nerd.
One time on Luca.
I mean, when you say it like that. So, give me Chaiu and Eleazar.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you give me perceive checks.
Is this to avoid a surprise?
Yes.
Great. I get a plus 10. On 4, I make it.
I got a 59 out of 60.
Woo! 59 out of 60. Okay. Let's see here.
Brap.
So wait, both of you made it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a superior success.
All right. So, you both have a split second to react, as you are not surprised as something in the distance, like on the side of the mountain, just pops out from like into your field of view, like very distantly, but it is metallic looking. It has 2 cannons, one on each shoulder. It is slouching forward. It looks like a robot, but none like any you've seen before. And it is aiming these cannon-like things towards the camp. What is your reaction?
I'll give that bitch a missile. Bitches love missiles.
All right. I will say that is an extreme long range for your
Sure.
Yeah, so it's negative 20 to hit.
Right.
Can I full auto for damage at the same time?
Let's see here.
Critical success. Suck it.
Never mind.
It was just a supply box. Take it all back.
Go ahead and roll damage. It's double damage.
All right. Dude. Wow, that's a really impressive
Are these
roll
armor
the way
piercing?
that worked out. It's not armor piercing. It's just a high explosive round.
Okay.
It does have knockdown if that will affect this thing. I don't know if it
this is too big to be knocked down. Okay.
That's fair. Nevertheless, that's still 54 damage.
Okay. It's still up.
Of course it is.
Damn.
Full auto for damage.
All right. Also negative. Oh, no, your
Damn,
rifle. So
Daniel.
negative 10.
Fuck.
All right.
Flip it?
No,
Fuck.
that actually makes it worse.
Does it?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
That's what's saying.
It's the same amount of bad.
All right. Well, it knows who it's going to shoot
Actually,
first.
no. Sorry. I misread that. Flipping it is fine. Yes, I will flip it.
Okay.
Good.
What does that get it
Success.
to? To what? What is that?
Double superior.
Double
67.
superior.
Yeah, 67 out of 70.
With a
Nice.
negative 10?
Oh, yeah, that's the part that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the negative 10, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you are at long range with a battle rifle. It is
Boo.
barely
Fine.
in view. So you also just had a second to pull it up and like, oh shit. And so it narrowly misses. So
So we're going to make an actual rock slide?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the entity reacts, whatever it is.
Oh, God. You're calling
And,
an entity. It's just like, oh, fuck.
well, you don't know what it is. And it is going to
Wake up, Des. Take pictures. Tell me what I'm dealing with here.
two cannons. There's just two bursts of light, and you are already moving. Try not to be hit. So
Yep.
let's see here. That would definitely hit you with a 46.
Okay.
And this is energy weapon, so you definitely have.
Okay. Do we get some sort of advantage for the range with our phrase, or is it still standard?
It
range
it made its attack roll. Range just gives penalty to attack rolls.
Gotcha.
I believe. I'm not going to look it up.
Yes, 40. What do you make?
46.
Son of a bitch. Damn it. It's the best I could do.
Well, if you got
Without
a
a crit
critical
success, yeah.
No, it's really hard to dodge for range. Energy weapons. They do move at the speed of light.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
That's not science.
It is science, technically.
Eclipse phase science.
Yeah, it's weird. So, wow. Just, wow.
Is that eclipse phase science?
I mean, it is kind of bullshit, let's not gonna lie. It's pretty out there. I was going to try and get in certain. All right. What's your energy armor?
It's a 5.
Okay.
Worth.
It's not armor piercing, if that helps.
Yeah, that's nice, I guess.
Yeah.
That's still 4d10s.
It is 4d10, so 10 plus 7, 17, 29.
29 minus 5.
Yeah, so 24 damage.
24, okay.
Yep. So 2 wounds is a knockdown.
Still ignore it.
Yep.
I'm fine.
Knockdown.
Oh, fuck that. All right.
will you get up
That's
As part of your body.
They're never going to keep you down.
Yeah.
sometimes 3. No, I fail, so I'm knocked out.
All right, you're stunned. So
Stunned.
basically, yeah.
What does that do?
You lose your next action.
Okay, cool.
So
All right.
let's see here. It is going to spend a threat pool to act again and shoot at you.
What? I didn't even hit it. I'm not a threat.
Yeah, you did shoot at it, and that's kind
That
of
doesn't mean I'm a threat.
It kind of doesn't like you. With a 16.
16?
Yep.
So I have to roll fray at half and beat a 16.
Mm-hmm. So 7. What's your base fray?
50?
So 17 to 25,
I mean, it's technically doable.
or an 11. Yeah.
It's technically doable,
Mm-hmm. It is technically doable.
but not at the 38.
Nope. What's your energy armor?
6?
Okay. So let's see here. 10.
Wait a minute. Aren't Callista and them still around?
This is like a few seconds.
As I say, it's barely been any time.
Yeah. Then they're not like badass warrior types. So 10, 16, 20,
I'm not either.
28. Did you say 8 or 6?
6.
You take 22 damage.
Jesus.
Is that 2 wounds for you?
Yes.
All right, give me a knockdown check. Sometimes 3.
I'm knocked down. We're dead, guys.
Well, you're stunned, so you lose an action.
Both of our heavy gun people are stunned.
Well,
and it's shooting with 40-10 damage.
I mean,
I did do 54 damage to it, though. Surely that's something.
It is something.
I mean, can we hack it?
All right, so now everyone this was the surprise round. Yeah. And there's also the collective is going to be helping you too, because oh god, what the fuck is that? And it's also a long ways off, and you two popped up to make yourselves targets. So because you basically, oh shit, kill it immediately, and then it returned fire.
you were the advanced guard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
the pioneers.
yeah, you two are going to be stunned this round. What are you going to do, Dad? Actually,
there's some guardian angels and things, right? Maybe I can just send them in.
no,
Shoot.
They've been.
I'll say there's
of them?
one left.
Oh.
There's one left you can control, but they have used they fed the others into the Faber to make the Faber. I mean, there can't be the artisanal rock slide. Yeah, so you can use one. You could actually rig something up like get some mining explosives and turn it into a missile,
or use a suspicion rating to do something. Maybe.
Yeah. What? Okay. Sure.
Oh, I happened to, while I was exploring around in the mesh, I happened to notice that there were some mines rigged up on this area. How convenient that it happens to be right there.
I would say you could they would not be in that particular area because nobody went that way. But there would be mining explosives. For a point of suspicion rating, you could say you have a very large mining explosive satchel. You could put it on a guardian angel, and then if you can get that, yeah. Of course, if you just ran it directly at it, it would probably shoot it down.
Yep.
So you'd have to use misdirection. But yeah, for a point of suspicion rating, you could get that rigged up as your action. Command the guardian angel to latch on to the. Well, the thing is, somebody's going to have to connect it to there. But you actually, I would say, you have another bot to command. So yeah, you can start working on that.
All right. And then can I maybe make a...
You can make a hardware robotics check.
Well, I was thinking about making like something to where it could look and see that it's like specimens that are being led away, or... You
don't know what it is or what it looks like. Do you have hardware robotics?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, it does look metallic, like a robot of some kind. It does not look biological in the least. So you can give me a hardware robotics check.
Yeah.
It's a top secret Median
polymorph. Base success. It does not look like any standard transhuman robot or design.
Yep. This is something special.
Cadence. There's an alert.
Can I
You're all sort of in a small little shelter doing psychosurgery, hooked up to a time accelerated server. When it pauses, it's like, oh, I'm sorry to inform you, something has happened outside. And then it shows you footage of Chaiu and Eleazar being gunned down.
All right.
They're still alive.
Great. Can I check?
Would you like me to slow you down to real time so you can pull out?
Yes, please.
All right. So there's just
put pause on the surgery.
All right.
Put a pin in it, literally.
I want to infosec to check the mesh to see. I mean, there's something that's just touched down here. Is it hooked into the mesh at all?
No, it is not emitting any signals of any kind.
Oh, so it's not something I can hack into?
No. Unless you've got a physical hardware link to it.
I mean, you're TACNetted in. You would know what I'm trying to do with this.
Can I medical service to give one of these guys?
I would say, yeah, you could take over a bot and try and patch one of them up. But that would take them several...
Well, I mean, if it's going to take several turns, then they're already going to be up. So.
I would say, actually, you could apply a drug to them. For example, murder.
I have some drugs, actually.
Yeah.
That might be helpful to be
More
applied.
addiction to murder.
I have...
I'm excited to be a part of this plan.
Comfort and focus. Would either of those be helpful?
I don't know what focus does. Comfort
Focus
is more
does
to
enhanced behavior, obsessive 2, reduced timed frames 25%.
Oh, that's more for like making rock slides and stuff like that. It's for task action.
I should have given it to all of the
Nerds.
nerds. Sad.
Yep. But comfort, they didn't have time to think about like what the fuck is that? What is it trying to kill us?
Yeah, that wouldn't be helpful either. I don't have murder.
Yeah.
But,
do you have hardware robotics?
Uh-huh.
You can give me hardware robotics check.
All right.
Fun
Nope.
time tomorrow.
I'll flip that.
Okay.
I hated that time of year.
So it's a superior success.
All right. So you get more information.
Hi, Ghost.
The signature of the weapons it used actually match particle beam bolters, which are transhuman weapons. At least they seem to behave the same way. So
Okay. We got transhuman weapons.
at least that's what it looks like. So with that, the collective starts acting up. They start,
Starts acting up or starts...
well, they start acting. They start getting up. No one's
Start
eager.
rubbing up.
None of them. They're lightly armed and they aren't eager to like just open fire at it. And it spins this round running towards the camp. So Chaiu, new round. You wake up. You blink back up.
Unsunned.
You are looking up at the night sky. This is happening at night, by the way.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And
What else do you ambush?
you don't have any pain tolerance things, do you?
No, but I have 3 points of vigor to spend.
Sure do. Pain don't hurt, right?
I can ignore this pain the old-fashioned way.
Pain don't hurt.
So I'll go ahead and spend those 2 to ignore those wounds.
So yeah, you're too much in shock to feel pain, so that's good.
Yeah.
Your
Maybe
muse is
it's
telling
just
you
cold,
the entity is approaching.
Okay. So let's full auto for damage again. I'm assuming we're no longer at long range.
No, you're at standard range for a battle rifle.
Yeah. Brat. That is a critical success, Mr. Payton.
Okay,
That's a 44.
cool. And it does not get a critical success.
All
So,
you do is win.
all right. Go ahead.
So it is.
Just double it.
It's 2d10 plus 4 is standard damage. I did
So it's
full auto.
so it's 40-10. Oh yeah,
I did full auto for damage.
So it's 8d10 plus 8.
Oh, yes.
Plus a d6 because it's, or 2d6 because doubled. Because
Yep,
it's a
that's fair.
success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Blow that shit up.
8. Plus 8.
Light them up.
Does
That's a
this have
lot of ones.
do you have armor piercing?
That's
by the way?
amazing.
It's a rail battle rifle, so yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So 20, 30, 40, 9, 57.
57. Okay.
Why don't you just throw in those?
This
3
thing's got a
extras
big
just for
glowing red weak spot because we're just fucking clipping it when we're hitting it.
I mean, yeah. You just get. I'll just crit it. I'll just crit it again. It's super high damage attack. Yeah, no problem. All right.
I'm about to have this thing fucking fly around and kamikaze it from the behind. Like,
Okay, yeah, no, it's gone. It seems to just you seem to dismantle it.
Just rip it in half.
Parts just like fell off of it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's just shot to shit. Like it just like crumbles under the sheer weight of railgun fire. And yeah, I don't think it can. Even with all that.
little mesh me goes, hooray!
So
Cheerleader emoji.
Better than full naked dancer.
I using my now spent battle rifle as a walking stick, I lumber back into camp.
yeah.
and just call for a medic and fall down.
Yeah, so you two are both patched up, and they look at the wreckage, and they realize, one, it looks like actually a known Xeno, threat. On one world, in particular, people, and there's wild dogs now running around.
Ice dogs.
No, that's the sound Chaiu is
Ice
making.
boxes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
actually on several
Vulpix
exoplanets.
From...
So it looks like this, by the way.
Oh wow! That's gross. The slouch.
Yep, the slouch.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not the other one.
I was like,
It's a
that's
robot
real
thing.
weird looking for
Yeah.
a robot.
That's a weird robot aesthetic choice, but whatever.
So the let's see here. Yeah. What you realize, it looks like that, but it's actually made with transhuman technology. When they cut it open, or when they open it up, they realize it's essentially a repomorph that's been designed to look like a slouch. So someone, and they don't know who built it. It had no cortical stack in it. It was like it had a cyber brain, but the cyber brain was destroyed, so no backup. So you killed whatever ego was in there. And
Well, you shouldn't have come to us.
well,
You should have stepped off.
there was another party that wants this place and was willing to kill you all with a deniable asset to get it. And so,
is there anything we can do with the parts we salvage and like to link it back to whatever?
yeah, they didn't expect it to be fucking obliterated by two fucking heavy attack.
By two gun-toting yahoos on the fringe.
I mean, hardware, robotics, electronics.
No, I mean, this is a custom job made by very skilled engineers. There's
I'm just trying to see if there was something that they.
I mean, they had access to Xeno Gatecrashing data to make it look like a slouch, which only other Gatecrashers would recognize. So this went above and beyond like an average sort of job. So it would take months. You could eventually get a forensics data from it, but it would take months of work or weeks of work at least to
Did it come from the supply crate?
No, it did not.
Is the supply crate a spy?
It might be. Like, it has cameras and a computer in it. It talked to you, like...
Blow it up with the
No, hack it, psychosurgery it.
So at this point, you two are both patched up. You both heal 1d10 damage. They paramedic you.
We do have a guardian angel that's equipped with a mind now.
You do, yeah. So... I didn't expect him like, oh no, I'll just get 2 crits on demand.
It's fine.
Yeah, boop, here we go. All right, sure, make my boss fight. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah,
I'm okay with this.
yeah, I know you are.
Well, I had a player do the same thing. I mean,
There wasn't much I could do.
But now the collective is at they're like, do we keep doing this? Do they know? Did we get them? They weren't broadcasting. They were silent. Maybe we got them. Maybe nobody knows about this. But you sent it. What should we do? Now we should keep doing. No, we should abandon. We should get the fuck out. We're all going to get killed. They're going to take our stacks. You know. So some people are like, no, I got to build the rock slide. We can use the robot to make more rocks.
Can I give them some focus to help them finish it a little bit faster?
So you're trying to. Well, it's more social. Like, are you going to like?
Provoke.
Oh, I'm not social.
Okay, well,
Provoke or persuade?
you don't have to make skill checks per se. Like, what do you guys think? Are you going to let the group figure it out themselves, or are you going to take one side or the other?
Right,
They're the ones with the plane that will get you back to the gate. Like, you're like on the other side of this planet. Walking would take over a year.
Ages.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to continue.
maybe not a year, but like at least 6 months,
I want to continue my psychosurgery. And
assuming you survive.
get them freaking done with their rock slide.
Yeah, I want to finish the
I
job.
want to tie it loose ends.
You're encouraging them to commit.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe security ops to give them some ideas
Sure.
to like make them feel better about life.
Mhm.
Yeah, 74 under 80.
Sure.
Double
Security
security.
theater.
Yeah.
Security theater.
Yeah.
We
should-
should our own version of the TSA.
Yeah.
Well, first they ask you, "Well, do you just want to stay here and help us find whoever did that? Kill them? We can dig up more resources to pay you. It would probably take a while. This is a big planet." But you get to hunt in this place.
It is kind of your environment.
I mean,
We could fork you? Would you like to be forked?
Why not?
Not again.
Oh, God. Let's do it again.
No, Dad. Bad. Bad sentient robot. Bad.
I mean, if not, that's fine. We can find someone else to hunt for us, I guess. But
I'm fine with hunting here. I'm fine with doing other things. I like this planet.
All right, yeah.
There's a lot of neat and
Well, I mean, like, that would be like retiring your characters. Like, this is like...
that's not like accepting the next mission.
No.
Yeah,
This is like...
Yeah, I thought this was side questing. Okay,
No.
Yeah.
This is like... Well, I mean, it's like an entire planet. How do you find whoever made this thing and stop them? Because they obviously...
Fork.
Like... It would take you weeks to get a lead from the robot's wreckage, and then from there...
So if I fork to give them a hunter, will that
Yeah.
get us extra resources for this game?
Yeah.
All right, I'll fucking do it.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, so what do I roll for this to, like, not freak out or whatever?
At this point, I mean, it's your own choice, so, like, you're used to it now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep, no. Eventually, yeah.
Do you want us to stay tuned?
I leave a memory. I imprint a memory to him that, like, as soon as he fucking does this, like, get his ass back to Mars so we can
Reintegrate.
Yep, so we can reintegrate.
Yeah.
That'll be another great story for the book.
Yeah, it's just you versus an unknown adversary on a planet with like the size of Earth and 16,000 people on it.
Yeah, no, it'll be amazing.
Yeah. Or the Gray, but with death robots.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's
We
one
wanna
or the
figure
other.
out-
Everything's fine. Yeah.
I just got this feeling like Primal
Yeah.
from Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
it's
Nice.
primals with laser guns. Like,
Yeah.
it's very much that.
River full of snakes.
Yeah. So you commit to that, and they will get you a really nice body for that, for your third fork, and for the third Eleazar, and they quickly will get you back on the plane to get you out of here.
Cool.
This is your third.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say I've only been forked once. Like,
Yeah.
me,
Yeah. Welcome
the
to
current me.
the.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is my first time in this campaign.
Yeah.
I only have one fork of this rogue alpha fork running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one smuggling
33
things.
is
Yep.
Yep.
In the from no
bio
warranty.
nerds.
Yeah, for
I haven't figured out how to integrate my first alpha fork, so I'm not interested in forking myself again.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm okay with it. Keep going.
Wait,
Is that
Double down.
Alpha
Just double
fork
down
is
on it.
somewhere?
Triple.
Hey man, a lot of people got killed in the fall. We got to repopulate somehow, and forking yourself is one way of doing it.
I just keep adding a number.
Hit me again.
Forking
Yeah.
Hit me again.
Yeah.
I'll keep another.
So, all of you, complete the score. You get your major favors back if you spend any.
Or moderate.
Yeah, if you didn't spend any, I guess you could just have a major favor. You don't have to make a roll for.
Cool.
If you declare it basically sort of now, so you can have time to get it or whatever. So it could be gear. It could be, something else. So you don't have to decide that right away, but everybody gets 3 res points because it was
Great.
yeah. And
Did we get any actual GP off of this one, or
it would be the favor.
okay?
So which you could convert into gear. So basically anything, like any one implant or
Major favor could be spaceship.
Spaceship.
I'm going to spend those in one of my banked res points to put infiltrate up to 70.
There you go. Nice.
So questions, comments, suggestions.
No, that was really fun. That was
Yeah, I
cool.
liked it.
that.
It was short and sweet. That was
Yeah, no, that was cool.
good.
Autonomous aren't all nicey goody two shoes. They can be petty and mean and dick each other over.
I just
And,
was enjoying being
That was
on a
the best
different
kind of petty,
planet.
though.
than-
honestly.
And who knows who that sent that fake alien robot after you?
Yeah, honestly, I'm
That
interested
might
in
have
just
been sent
following
after
that thread.
fairies. Maybe it wasn't even after you guys. Like maybe it was after. But yeah, your third fork will hunt that person down.
Fuck
or
him if he can't
persons.
take a joke.
And then you'll help the Xeno Archaeology Collective get credit for this major discovery. And you bring your sample back. They don't care as much when you come back
I'll
for
put
the game.
provoke up to 60.
All right. Yeah.
I have spent I still have 3 res points, but I've spent 5 res points.
Okay.
How many res points
To
is it for a point
increase
of
my
flex?
fray to 80.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's
point of
I think it's
flex.
1-to-1.
Flex?
We'll look it up after we're done recording. So yeah.
5
So yeah, next time
for
you will
active skills. I don't know
the
about
next
flex.
adventure you will sync back up with your the rest of the cartel, and we'll see where it goes from there. Because there'll be advancement of the plot. As you find the plot as you find out what egos you got from the Polar Fortress, as Calamity had time to sort through all them and sell them or gain you.
Nice.
Wasn't there one that we wanted to kind of fuck with?
The major favor.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, well, yeah, we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.